You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
They confuse us with so much life. Just come on this way. Not even thinking that we would realize say, Lord, please listen to this prayer that comes from the Lord. Please send us another Moses again. Oh, we just can't go on this way. Please deliver us today. Time to make them oppress us pay. So the children could see their way. Make them get on their knees and pray. Then I'll be up to judgment day. Oh, we just can't make it this way. Please deliver us today. Be like the Israelites did. Please send us another Moses again. Lord, we just can't make it this way. Yes, deliver us today. Oh, we just can't go on this way. No, we just can't make it this way. Please listen to what I say. Yes, hurry up with judgment day. We just can't make it this way. No, we just can't make it this way. Must we get old and gray? And the children can't see their way. Oh, we just can't make it this way. Oh, we just can't make it this way. We like the Israelites did it there. Please send us another Jesus again. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Lord, we just can't go this way. Lord, we just can't make it this way. No, we just can't go this way.
I say you get up one morning, your elders have something. You don't know how they get it, but you want to use it. But if you ask them old people to get the things what they went through, ask them this any day, and your parents sure to say, black man have to keep on jamming, or black man to get a little something. Make up your mind, brother, that you're able to get a pulley and jam with the devil. Why? Black man have to keep on jamming, or black man to get a little something. Make up your mind, brother, that you're ready to swim offshore and hold your boat steady. Black man have to keep on jamming, or black man to get a little something. So when you hear you get a little something with that dragon, now you keep watching, because I don't tell you already. Black man don't get nothing easy. I say you get up one morning, and oil money running. How it come you don't know, so that it care how the thing go. But if they read about Uriah, they wanna find out the pressure. How we get so much old hell to get a penny from TLL. Black man have to keep on jamming, but black man to get a little something. You got to take up your own cash money, pay people for your own refinery. Black man your mind to be a magician, to make money out of scrap iron. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. So when you hear you get a little something, with that eagle eye you keep watching, because I don't tell you already, black man don't get nothing easy. Say we got up one morning, independence happening, getting the thing come easy. Now they're taking liberty, but if they know about petition, we are to send to England for some woman to tell we in this colony free. Black man have to keep on jabbing, for black man to get a little something. You got to go to conference in England to get independence in your own land. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. People hold you, humiliate you, turn on and sell you, and then they free you. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. So when you hear you get a little something, with that dragon eye you keep watching, because I don't tell you already, black man don't get nothing easy. So when a black man gets something, he got to start thinking. You get it there easy. You got to practice economy. From getting licks from the slave master to become the land owner. Brother, it's a terrible journey, packed with plenty brutality. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. You got to rise up, you got to stand up, pick up your mind, you go always stay on top. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. You got to go to conference in England to get independence in your own land. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. You got to take up your own cash money, pay people for your own refinery. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. Make up your mind to be a magician, to make money out of scrap iron. Black man have to keep on.
Keep me as the apple of thine eye. Hide me under the shadow of thy wing. O Lord, my Savior. It's so hard to deal with personal struggle. So sad when you feel alone in your trouble. It's real hard when you want to talk to a brother. It's so bad because of how some look at you after. So Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover my head. Satan want me dead. Cover my back from human attack. So Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. People see you smile, but don't know the hurt that you're feeling. Even as God's child, at times your heart does be bleeding. Where can you go when you're really looking for healing? Who know how to flow when your soul needs some restoring? So Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me home from evils unknown. Cover my feet so I'll never retreat. Oh Lord, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover my brother. Cover my sister, them who under pressure. Cover, 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 cover the preacher, every church worker, the young believer. Cover, 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 the worship leader and intercessor, every gospel minister. Cover, cover, cover. Jesus alone is the one who has the real answer. The one on the throne is the true and loving Father. He will hold your hand and keep you from going under. He will make you stand and let you know he's a fixer. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me, man. You know the struggle sometimes. Cover me out, that the wrong thing wouldn't come out. Oh Lord, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover the Christian in the midst of aggression with the power of your right hand. Jesus, cover, cover, cover them helpless children. Jesus, defend them. Send help from heaven. Jesus, cover, cover, cover all them radio stations that blessing the nation. Grant divine protection. Jesus, cover, 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 cover me, cover me, cover me.
Truer words were never spoken. The less you associate with some people, the more your life will improve. Anytime you tolerate mediocrity in others, it increases your mediocrity. An important attribute in successful people is their impatience with negative thinking and negative acting people. As you grow, your associates will change. Some of your friends will not want you to go on. They will want you to stay where they are. Friends that don't help you climb will want you to crawl. Your friends will stretch your vision or choke your dream. Those that don't increase you will eventually decrease you. Consider this. Never receive counsel from unproductive people. Never discuss your problems with someone incapable of contributing to the solution, because those who never succeed themselves are always first to tell you how. Not everyone has a right to speak into your life. You are certain to get the worst of the bargain when you exchange ideas with the wrong person. Don't follow anyone who's not going anywhere. With some people you spend an evening. With others, you invest it. Be careful where you stop to inquire for directions along the road of life. Wise is the person who fortifies his life with the right friendships. If you run with wolves, you will learn how to howl. But if you associate with eagles, you will learn how to soar to great heights. A mirror reflects a man's face, but what he is really like is shown by the kind of friends he chooses. The simple but true fact of life is that you become like those with whom you closely associate, for the good and the bad. Note, be not mistaken. This is applicable to family as well as friends. Yes, do love, appreciate, and be thankful for your family, for they will always be your family, no matter what. Just know that they are human first, and though they are family to you, they may be a friend to someone else and will fit somewhere in the criteria above. In prosperity, our friends know us. In adversity, we know our friends. Never make someone a priority when you are only an option for them. If you are going to achieve excellence in big things, you develop the habit in little matters. Excellence is not an exception. It is a prevailing attitude.
Yes, 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 yes. Let me say a special hello to all the WZYE 95.9 FM listeners. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, it's in the village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Walsheed, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, we come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. Every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. And you know, as we always say, ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't matter what color t-shirt you have on. You have on a burgundy t-shirt, you have on a maroon t-shirt, you have on a salmon t-shirt, you have a salmon t-shirt. Each and everyone is welcome in the village. Doesn't matter what planet you're from. You're from Mazatanius, Xenaranius, Sonaranius. Each and everyone is welcome in the village on WZYE 95.9 FM. And you know, this is how we start the thing.
It have our place, WZYE, where they treat you like friends and family. So if you're looking for a place to belong, going WZYE, you could come along. If you have haste, though, come with me. We do have dad on WZYE, Santa Medite.
Yeah. That's the one and only Rani Muhammad. And folks, you know what we always say? We are the only program on the planet with an oath / pledge to the people that we will bring you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. A lot of people don't believe that, but that's what we do here. We do that, and we live up to those expectations every time we come here, whether it's Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, whether it's Sunday. And to back that up, we have a pledge.
Ansam LeBon and Marshall Nesbitt solemnly swear to conduct this radio program in a true, fair, and balanced manner, ensuring that all perspectives are given equal consideration and that the information presented is objective and unbiased. We pledge to provide a platform where diverse voices can be heard, fostering open and constructive dialogue that serves the best interests of our audience and community. Our commitment is to uphold the principles of journalistic integrity and ethical broadcasting throughout the duration of this program. Thank you.
And of course, there you have it. Let me bring in my co-host, the man himself, the one and only, the young man by the name of Uncle Tommy. Tommy, welcome.
Good evening, good evening. It's a pleasure being here with you. How are you doing today? How was your day?
Tommy, today was a fantabulous, splendiferous, marvelous day, man.
That's fantastical.
Yeah. I waiting for you to ask me, well, you know, what was so fantabulous, splendiferous, and marvelous?
Yeah, I know you're gonna tell me how many miles you ran. You ran 10 miles?
Tommy, you're trying to give me a little more I could handle, you know? You know what I mean?
I know it's cool. When it's cool, you probably get a little bit more energy.
Well, maybe, yes, so, you know, because, you know, it's easier when you have other people to train with. I did 4 miles today, right? So, you know, I've been dealing with this post vaccine injury.
Yes, sir.
So, but you know, Tommy, I was speaking to a friend of mine. He's a good friend of mine. He's the head coach at Morgan State University, and we ran Masters track together. So I was asking him. I said, you know, you think I'm trying to do too much, boy? I asked him that. He said, Libon, you know. Yeah, but you know, because Tommy, I read the book Mindset, and people always should read this book. It's called Mindset. You know, people there's two type of mindsets individuals have. It's either they have a growth mindset or a fixed mindset, right? People with growth mindset examples are people like, you know, Michael Jordan. You know, Michael Jordan will stay after practice and take 300 shots. Muhammad Ali, you understand? And people with fixed mindset is people like former tennis player McEnroe, right? McEnroe will find all kind of excuses as to why you lose the game or why you lose the championship. You understand? Babies, as young as they are, have growth mindset because they will try anything. But many of us tend to have a fixed mindset. You understand? It told me, you know, if I ask the question between who have Anyway, let me go there. So anyway, I ran 4 miles today, and I ran 29 minutes and 25 seconds. Right? It's kind of the fastest I ran in a while. So
Great.
the first mile was 7 minutes and 34 seconds. Right? The next mile was, let me see, 7:47. I said 7:34, right? Okay, the next mile was 7:23, 7 minutes and 23 seconds. Right? Then the next mile was 7 minutes and 21 seconds. And the last mile was 7 minutes and 7 seconds.
Wow.
So you see what it is? I was getting progressively faster as I went along. So when I was finished, man, as I just say, running puts me on. When I finish running, I just be on a high. That's how I just get my weed. You know what I mean? Go running, and when I finish run, I just be on a high. So maybe there's again secondary smoke now.
Okay. Or
Smoke
or
coming in the
dopamine
air.
rush.
Secondary smoke.
Or dopamine rush.
Yeah. So that's what it was today. And when I was finished, I was the happiest man in the world.
I hear.
A happy. And hey, I want to send a wall out. Because we don't send shout outs here. We originate, we don't imitate. I send a wall out to my partner COP. COP run a marathon the other day, Tommy.
What he do? How he do it?
He did well, man. Let me get COP a round of applause. Whether you listening or not, all tell COP I gave him a round of applause, because he run a marathon the other day. I forget to say it, but COP take this for a round of applause, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. COP run a little marathon there, Tommy. So COP take a round of applause. Hey, I wonder if this same marathon was after this year, that is it. That is the end of it. I wonder if that same marathon was another race. COP, let me know. Because that race no longer in existence, right? This PNM government, them in supporting anyway. Tommy,
Yeah.
I just get so upset.
Why?
Because sports is such a significant thing to any country. Tommy, if you see, when you go to St. Lucia, Julian Alfred, she won the 100-meter gold and the 200-meter silver.
True.
Tommy, she is all over St. Lucia, all over. And she has put that country on the map big time. And they ain't just supporting she when she going to them, they're supporting her year round. The last 9 years for sports in Trinidad and Tobago, it's been the worst ever in the history of Trinidad and Tobago. The worst of the worst.
What would you do if the government changed and they made you minister of sports? Would you take the job?
Yesterday. So me asking answers. You shocked me there, Tommy, but you're asking answers.
No, but you'll have to give up your US citizenship. You know that, right?
Nah. We go. I go talk to Gypsy.
All right.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
All right. Didn't Gypsy have to give up his US citizenship?
Yeah. You had to give it up. Yeah. That's what they say. Saying and doing is two different things, Yeah, but
you see.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna change gears, but say what you're saying first.
No, you see, Tommy, we in Trinidad and Tobago, we just only support our athletes when come time to the around the Olympics, time comes around World Championships, all of we be jumping up and supporting the athletes. And the government, this government, especially this government, masters of that. Masters. You understand? We don't just want you to support us when we go there and win a medal. We want you to support us in the run-up to the Olympics, to the World Championships. And Tommy, I've said this, all these pools building in Trinidad and Tobago.
Swimming pools. Swimming pools.
Swimming pools, yeah, swimming pool. I ain't talking about the pools when it flood all across the country, not those pools. Swimming
right,
pools.
That's why I'm trying to get it squared away. So that
Yeah.
About
Thanks for correcting me there. Not the swimming pools when a little rain fall, but swimming pools where you have to put in and people could actually go swimming. I asked this simple question, Tommy, because you have to find out what are the results from doing stuff. I asked the question, how many kids that has made a character team, that is an under 20, under 16, under 18, under 20, a character team, a Central American and Caribbean team, a Pan American team, I ain't gonna go to the Olympics and the World Championships. How many kids? You know what they say? You know what the answer was? Well, the pool only there a year or 2 years. What you expect? You expect in a year, then people will be able to make teams? It takes a while. It takes a good while. That is the excuse to me. What a poor excuse. But anyway, I understand it. Because in order to defend their party, that is what they have to do. Right? So what were you going to say to me?
Oh, I was going to say, I'm seeing a strange name as the first person in the chat, and I'm wondering if this is a first timer.
You're correct. You're absolutely correct. Ricardo, where are you joining us from? Is it Ricardo Peruz?
Peruz.
Ricardo, where are you joining us from? Can you let us know? I think he's our first timer. You know, but sometimes you never know, you know. Where you joining us from, Ricardo? But he was there since 4 o'clock, you know. He was on now. Hanif, welcome. Mr. Intellectual. Good afternoon, Pro, Uncle T, and all villagers. Hope you all had a terrific Tuesday filled with all of God's choicest blessings. Hanif says, Peruse. I see you beat me to the jaw this evening. Hope you'll enjoy the program. Oh, Hanif, no, man.
Ready?
Oh, you been here before? Okay. All right. Hey, look, we partner Bejuan, boy. Good day, Uncle Tommy and Wall Street, all listeners. Fried potatoes and sada roti.
Why? Right now, Basham is himself again, which is really good.
Yeah, fried potatoes, Tommy. You mean French fries?
No, fry aloo, which is not French fries.
Fried potato is not French. I know French fries. When you fry potato.
No, it's not cubes. They let it mash in the pot, so to speak.
Mash? But you cut it up and put it in oil and put it in a pot.
Well, you just don't put it in oil and put it in the pot. You put the pot on and you put some garlic to burn or brown or however you want to call it. And then you...
But you don't slice it up?
Yeah, you slice it. But it has staying sliced.
And then you mash it up?
Yeah, once it cooks, it disintegrates.
Oh, okay. All right. It disintegrates. No, I don't ever think we had that up in Chumakak, man. Fried potato? No. We know that. Yeah, and if thanks a lot, man, Mr. Intellectual. First time he's on, I invite him to listen in. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. You like we're here. All right. Krishna Islam Zoroaster. March 12, 2012, Police Commissioner Dwayne Gibbs makes $108,992 a month. 1,307,900 millions a year, while Deputy Commissioner Jack Iwatsky makes $104,000 a month. Okay. Okay, Krishna Islam. What's the point? The point is, Tommy, is what they were making. I guess they're making a comparison between what the Wassa fella making and what
Right.
they're making, right?
Correct.
That's the comparison they want to make, right?
That's what it is.
Yeah, but well, anyhow, they don't know what we say back then. I would have said the same thing, Tommy. That why couldn't we get somebody local?
That's what
Why?
was said. That's what
Eh?
was said. I said that's what was said, and that's the attitude the citizens took. That's why they didn't last long.
Correct is right. When they came in, we said, "How come they ain't go get? Why somebody local couldn't do the same job?
Couldn't do the
Why not?
job.
Why not?"
I
So
guess
what
now
is
we
the point?
now we know why.
Yeah, but what you know, Tommy, you know what would be sad, Tommy? I want them to compare Dansford Welcome. Good night, guys, listening from Brooklyn. Tommy,
Well,
I saw a video today with, let me see if I still have that video, with Japan. And they talk about how safe Japan is. And they have kids walking all about the place. All Krishna, Islam. Let me compare them to Japan. Let me compare us to Iceland. Oh, you know, they always want to compare to the worst of the worst, you know. I don't understand that, man. Let me see if I could get him on my thing. Who sent that to me, boy? Let me see. I think that fella sent that to me, you know. Is it he, boy? Yeah, Tommy.
yeah.
Let me see this. Okay, nice. Not he. Okay, maybe it's this guy here. Nah, it's not he either. Did I save it in my? Let me see if I save it. Let me see if I saved it. No, I ain't save it now. I ain't saved that video. Yeah, but that was a video telling us about how kids could walk to school, kids could go onto the bus all alone. I mean, let we try to compare us to the best of the best, so we could start to improve things in Trinidad and Tobago. Doesn't matter who's in office, you know. At the end of the day, Tommy, we want the best for the country.
It's results. We want good results.
But Tommy, do you think there are many people who believe we really don't want the best for Trinidad and Tobago?
They think that we just making bacchanal and confusion. Many of them, but people who have good sense knows better. They know better.
You know, it's interesting, eh? Somebody just sent me something to me, and I want to put that up. Let me get that here. They sent me this, and this one come from a reliable source, eh? A reliable source. Let me see if I could get it up. Yeah. Not there. Is it here? Here, look, here it is. Rishi, welcome. So this post reads, Tommy, I just get this, eh?
7.65 billion for fuel. US. That's what we're paying.
You hear that?
Yep.
You see the numbers?
Yeah.
And Tommy, you know, we used to get bitumen from the refinery, right?
Of course.
And that was used by the pitch lake.
But yes, right, yes, but like now
Right.
we have to import it.
Correct is right. Think about that, Tommy. Right? I mean, it just US $7.6 billion for fuel. Value of refining products imported by Pariah Fuel Trading Company is as follows. 1st of December 2018 to the 30th of September 2019, 997, let me just round it off. Almost a billion US, 997 million. Let me just round it off, Tommy. A billion. Right? October 2021 to the 30th of September 2022. Over, let me round it up, 2 billion. October 2019 to the 30th of September 2020, $884 million.
Right.
October 2022,
1.3 billion.
yeah, yes, 1.3 billion. October 2020 to the 30th of September 2021, another 1 billion.
Right.
October, and Tommy, and this is less than, most of the things look like it's less, some of these are less than a year, you know. US, October the 1st, 2023 to June the 30th, 2024, another 1 billion.
1.2 billion.
Total refined products imported by Pariah, December the 1st, 2018 to the 30th of June, 2024, US
7.6 billion.
And you see how, Tommy, that they're trying to fool people? They basic, and Tommy, do you know who are the leading people for Forex in Trinidad and Tobago?
Automobile importers.
Well, we have that coming up. After the break, we will give you guys that. You all won't be shocked. You all won't be shocked. But this shocks me, Tommy. Well, it shouldn't, you know. Should it?
It shouldn't.
7.6 billion US, Tommy.
Well, the refinery was draining the economy, draining the treasury.
Yeah. Refinery was draining the economy. That's what it tells.
Treasury. And that's why they want to sell it, because they're going to sell it to somebody so they could drain their treasury.
Right. Correct is right. Yeah. 7.6 billion, eh? And this is US.
Guess what? All of you who talking about refinery, we don't know what we're talking about.
No. We don't know. We just like to talk against the government.
That's all we like.
You're welcome.
Bumping the government, we attacking the government.
Yeah, correct. Let me take this call. Mr. Intellectual, welcome.
Good night, gentlemen, and everybody on the line. Yeah, that's Uncle T. You don't understand that these fellas and them know how to come to hell, you know. They are so good, right? That they get you have $2 billion coming in foreign exchange. That is profit, eh? $2 billion coming in. Sometimes the company make $1 billion. It might make 400 million and this kind of thing. But the company making money. You come and tell the population that the company not making money is a drain on the treasury.
Correct.
So we have to shut it down. Right? You shut it down when you're making money. Right? To go and spend money to buy the same thing that you was producing.
Correct.
Tell me what kind of economic sense that is.
I guess the worst part of the worst part of the equation is that you're fooling John public.
Well,
No, Tommy, you're
Uncle
fooling the PNM John public.
Well, guess what?
No,
Like the majority of people in them public.
A large section of the population had believed the prime minister when he said what he said, you know. The first time he said he wasn't shutting down petrol train, right?
Mm.
And they believe him. And when he shut it down, they believe him that what he said, that the company was a drain on the treasury, and that they had this big bullet payment to make.
Yep.
But you see, when I hear people are uneducated to the truth of the matter, which they're hiding from the population could only believe what they're hearing. If they're not educated enough to understand what is happening, that's what is going to take place.
Yeah,
That's
but,
why we need to keep in the forefront.
but Mr. Intellectual,
Uh-huh.
the worst part of that of the whole scene is that the fourth estate is supposed to present the facts to the public so that they could really make an educated evaluation, you know.
If you have the fourth estate bought out, right? If you bought out the fourth estate and the fourth estate turn a party group because them gain a benefit out of not telling the truth, you think we could survive?
Well, they must be made. They must be made.
Only on money, you know, because remember they supported a party, knowing full well what they're going to get from it, you know.
The population of the to get rid of the fourth estate. We have to get rid of that fourth estate
Tommy, repeat it.
We have to get rid of that fourth estate that works against us.
Yeah, but that's a Herculean task you're talking about, you know, because they're so entrenched in the population, right? And the narrative have been bought in, and the population, it come like the daily bread. You understand? They believe the lies that they are propagating. Guardian, Express, Newsday, all these people, and when you check about how they just do the news and stuff like that and thing, you can't beat them. Don't talk about the television station and them. None of them seem to be willing to bring the truth out. Even the investigative reporters and them, you know, they had a bias.
Yep.
The thing is, if you could get a new generation to restart and rethink and to mobilize, you know, the younger people and them, if you get them to mobilize and act as activists in the universities and the schools and stuff like that and thing, to bring to the forefront and let them be participants in the political arena, that might help. But the thing is, they ain't see no benefit in being a politician. I heard one of them say one time that it's only uneducated and dunce people who can make it in school that's going to politics, you know. You believe that?
I don't believe that. I don't believe that. Because it's growing up in Chumaka, Clavertel, I ain't gonna lie to you. I thought in the PNM, I'm talking about in the PNM, I thought they used to still like the most brightest and intelligent people. And it's only when I start dealing with them, I realized that is not true. Seriously. I used to thought they was the best of the best. That's what I used to think. Because in my little cocoon up in Chumakak, you know, you think that these people are the brightest of the brightest. And when I start to interact with them, I say, wait, boy, plenty of them, boy. Them only they because they might be able to talk good, right? Or they might be a good friend with this one or that one. Then I really realize, boy, it's not the best them picking, or the most intelligent or the best for the position.
Yeah, well, see, so what went on is that they had a system in place how to educate the people and who to bring in, right? When I say educate them, fill their head with the PNM rhetoric and feed them the ideology and then send them to school where they didn't have to really learn, right? They just had to carry the banner and tell people, look, you see, look how I get through. PNM give me this, PNM give me that. Look, I get a bursary. I get this. I get 500,000 to go to school, and I didn't have to pass. I just had to spend the money.
But Mr. Intellectual, let me ask you a question. You know about junior secondary, right?
Yes, I went to one, 5 junior sec.
Right. Do you think junior secondary was a good thing when you go morning shift and evening shift? You think it was a good thing?
In hindsight, not really. But at the time, I thought it was one of the better system. But you see, the shift is what killed the system. But the school, what they had in the schools would have benefited a lot of people because I learned a lot of stuff, right? Even though I didn't pass no exams or anything like that, I learned a lot of stuff that is beneficial to me at this present time, you know.
Right. Yeah.
I used to have to fight with some of the teachers and some of the parents and them when I hear first day in school and people bad talking in school and thing. I used to get up and challenge them on that because our schools and them produce doctors, lawyers, in spite of, right? And I'm talking about children who was really willing to learn and sacrifice for it. My problem is that I was sick when I was going to school and I didn't have the capacity to pick up the subjects and them because I always had to deal with that illness. You understand?
Yeah.
But afterwards, after I left school, then I started to learn.
Yeah.
I talking about I left Malik Senior Com with a whole set of F and D. That's the kind of grades I got.
Yeah.
And when I left school, then I started to learn. I didn't go back to school or anything like that. I started to do my own reading and learn to understand the things that I remember in school and stuff like that and things. And that's how I learned. I kind of self-taught, you know.
Right.
I didn't have the opportunity to really soak up the system. And I guess that's what make me more independent than most people who went through the system. But it's to me, if they had hold the school in those secondary schools, children would have turned out better
Yeah. Correct.
because they had subjects inside there to meet the needs of all the children and them, you know.
Yeah. Correct.
They had people um, vocational skills and all them kind of thing. If you couldn't handle the academics, you could have go into the vocational skills. And that's where they failed. That's where they failed. They never kept the programs and them as they should.
All right, Mr. Intellectual.
Yeah,
Thank you so much, man.
have a blessing.
Yeah, man.
Blessed evening again, gentlemen. And I hope that people understand that they need to re-educate. That's all.
Yeah, man. Bless. I want to ask Patty a question. Patty, do you know about junior sec? And do you think, if you know, do you think junior sec was a good idea? Just soldier Ram Killer one. So anybody in the chat, if you know about junior sec, do you believe junior sec was a good idea? Tell me what says you.
You know, junior sec is a good concept. Just you have to make it a viable concept. It just can't be willy-nilly.
If I'm going to be honest, right, at that point in time, I thought junior sec was a brilliant idea. I thought it was an excellent idea because what happened at that time, Tommy, is that a lot of kids who may not have passed from one of the prestigious schools, Fatima, QRC, Queens Royal, Tranquility, you understand? They had an opportunity to go to a junior sec, and from a junior sec, they could still end up at QRC or Tranquility because I end up at Tranquility from Bataria Junior Sec. But as I became older, Tony, and I started to look at it, critical thinking now, I realized that we were only going to school for maybe 20 hours for the week. While if them going to QRC, Fatima, St. Mary's, right? They were going to school, John Donaldson. They were going to school for at least 35 hours a week. So when the month finished, Tommy, right? We like almost 60 hours behind, you know. A person going up to Fatima or QRC. So we were really behind. But it takes preservation. And in order for you to tell yourself that, you know what? Because growing up in Chumakak, I just don't know where I got this from. I always used to say your circumstances may determine who you are, but you are responsible for who you become. You know, because the circumstances we growing up there with. At that point in time, Tommy, I don't ever remember, Tommy, anybody from Chumakak going to Fatima, QRC, St. Mary's, any one of them prestigious schools. I don't know if they had Trinity back then, right? You know what school they used to send me to? Southeast or Tranquil. Tranquil was considered to be a little low on the ladder. You understand? It's like you have Ivy League, Tommy, and then you have the other school, the little Ivies at the bottom. Tranquil was considered to be one of those schools. So I was actually happy. And after I did 3 years in junior sec, I did 2 years at Tranquil. KFC, welcome.
Good night, man. What's up, man?
What's happening?
Uncle Tommy and Mr. Washit, man.
What's going on?
Mr. Washit, today I went to the hospital and check a woman friend of mine. So I coming down back, I said up the line of the, I said like something given away here. Give the Jackson Chevron a Christmas wish. But I gotta pay $100.
What?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, you gotta pay $100
to join now.
To join what?
$100 to join the Christmas wish and lots of things, lots of prices and things, you know. You know when I go on there, I say, well, like, I set up here and put in here and things, but I feel like my open she political party too now. But I read people too, but
you gotta pay $100.
Suffering in silence, and people going out and looking out for the Christmas wish and the hampers and things, because she giving all the hampers and things now coming on next month.
So you think it was a good gesture?
Yeah, but because you cannot I see the play. And other people I join.
You pay $100 to join?
What should you know me as a man? You me thinking if you want to see me on this, I went and brighten up she day, crack a little joke. And said I should play she party, all that stuff, paying so we help out all here.
She didn't understand.
So then she go all that good for she, eh?
But she didn't understand. I think she understand. I don't think she understand. I think she
understand. I'm going back and forth the piano, but Wall Street.
Yeah, but
we see people line up in Wall Street. People all like, oh, I see you selling all that and Charlotte Street. Line up there, going in there, I'm paying the money and looking for the Christmas and the little hampers and things in there. And certain things were in place. So I think she going out right now. So I look to understand. They had to go for the break there.
Yeah, man, bless. Jasoda says, my son went to a junior secondary school and now he works in the Ministry of Finance. Patty says, for that time it was useful. Yeah, I agree with that. I don't disagree. Folks, we're going to go for a quick break. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Walsheet, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. Don't forget, folks, share the live, WZYE 95.9 FM on Facebook and X. Subscribe. Remember, we're trying to get to 10,000 subscribers, WZYE TV and YouTube, and you can reach us here at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444.
Also at 973-609-6509. That's 973-609-6509. Text and voicemails, voice notes rather, are welcome. WhatsApp only.
We'll be right back.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
Tommy, we're back with you. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Walsheet, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. Tommy, I was listening to an interview with the Minister of Finance, and I didn't have time. I just have it, but I haven't cut it out yet. But the Minister of Finance was saying that Trinidad is an oil and gas economy, and they are dependent on oil and gas to continue to run the country. And he is saying that they're running out of gas in Trinidad, and they are penning their hopes on getting gas from Venezuela. He was saying there was 2 billion, I forget it, 2 billion they only get now in Trinidad, but they need to get 4 billion. So they have a 2 billion deficit with respect to gas, and they believe that they will get that gas from Venezuela. I will get that video and play it for you guys. You hear that, Tommy? They are penning their hopes on Venezuela. Them spinning up in mud.
I want to know something. If it's an oil and gas economy, why close the oil refinery?
Ask PNM Fox. Ask PNM Fox and ask Patty and them. Them because them go know, eh? Because that's a great question, Tommy. That's a great question.
If you close the refinery and your oil and gas economy, you must have a plan on moving away from oil and gas, or moving away from oil.
Yeah, but what did it tell us? The oil was the refinery was a drain on the economy. Right? But let me listen to this again. Or let's tired hear this. And we wouldn't tired play this. Listen to this.
Hi, my name is Gary Aboud. I am the Corporate Secretary of Fishermen and Friends of the Sea, Trinidad and Tobago. We went under the Freedom of Information to the Ministry of Energy, and we got the exact data. For 4 years, Petrotrin did not rely on government subventions. So 2016, 17, 18, Petrotrin were not given 1 penny from central government. But yet the Prime Minister and members of his cabinet kept speaking about Petrotrin like that they were going to sink the national economy, saying that if they were kept going, they would lose $2 billion a year.
The government is not closing down Petrotrin. And in case you were just opening your fridge and you didn't hear that when you closed the door, let me repeat it. The government of Trinidad and Tobago is not closing down Petrotrin.
Dr. Rowley said the single payment of a U.S. $850 million bond, which matures in August 2019, plus the $700 million that the company is due to repay shortly after, was the basis on which he knew decisive action on Petrotrin's future could no longer be put off.
In short, the Petrotrin fix was always seen to be bad for politics, and even one's political survival. But we have arrived at a place now where its ongoing failure threatens the national survival. The refining assets of Petrotrin can now be put in a separate company for opportunity attention. The OWTU will be given the first option to own and operate it if they wish.
So when people talk about Petrotrin bringing in US dollars, that is a completely false narrative. It was not a net earner of foreign exchange. It was draining the country's reserves.
But then, if that were true and Dr. Rowley's statements were genuine, then why is there no evidence of any subvention to keep the company afloat in 2016, 17, and 18? And when they were paid in 2019, $1.2 billion from the Ministry of Finance, that was specifically to pay severance. So, are we being run by a government with integrity? Is the public interest being served by officers duly elected who are concerned about the welfare of the least privileged, or are they ambitiously seeking to become the most privileged? These are serious questions, and for those of you who listen to our presentation, I beg you to answer in your heart and in your conscience. When you go to the hospital and see sick people waiting 10 hours, how do you feel? When you go to take a bus and the bus doesn't come, how do you feel? When you drive on the road and you break your axle because the road isn't repaired, when you see WASA paying $1.5 million a day for salt water, desalinated water, and you see so much leaks, how do you feel? When you see a Prime Minister passing legislation that himself and the President should be paid their full salary for the duration of their lives as pension, but everybody else gets less, how do you feel? When you are lied to and have to pay triple for the price of oil and gas, when we had a company that could have produced and exported and kept our economy on of robust and vibrant statures, how do you feel? When you see a private company that is secret, that no one knows who the owners are, making $400 and $500 million a year, selling oil and gas to ships, profits that should have been going to the national treasury, how do you feel? When the application for that company was made 6 months before Petrotrin closed, when the applicants, Dr. Rowley's close friend, would not have known or should not have known of the planned closure of Petrotrin. When you are lied to and told that Petrotrin is sinking the economy, when for 3 consecutive years not a penny was paid in subventions, how do you feel? Well, for me, I feel like everybody's going to want to give me licks because they're going to say I should keep quiet, don't interfere with the big wigs, they will kill me, they will shoot me. But I feel sad when I see children fighting that don't have proper education, when I see people suffering, pensioners, when I see the Blind Welfare Association underfunded, PAVI, I don't feel good. I don't feel proud. I don't feel patriotic. And I call on you to say something. Speak about this video. Share this video. Thank you for listening.
No, to buy bitumen when we was producing it. What kind of
Listen to this, folks. Listen.
to buy bitumen when we was producing it? What kind of nonsense? Is that what I want to use them? I'm not going to use this one. What kind of government is that? Government by VAPs. And they are anything
But Karen, but I want to continue to make the point, Trinidad and Tobago. People don't often make that connection. But you know what? You are now forced to make the connection. Because of what? Because of your circumstance, because of your situation, because you don't know some people where the next meal is coming from. Some people don't know where the next rent is coming from. Some people don't know where the next installment is coming from. Some people hide from the bank and the bailiffs and so on because they just can't make. Because what? Their jobs were taken away from them. In a boastful situation, this country is coming out the refining business. And after you put the country under all of that suffering, here he comes now and says, after he tries to malign us, he says that the irresponsible government may have to go back, and they may have to go back, even as a minority partner. So they want to choke while you're not looking. Get back into the refining business, something that they should not have done coming out in the first place. Somebody said, when you are angry, when you get so vexed, it impairs your judgment. And because we were pointing out what was wrong at that time with Keith Rowley and his government, very early we saw the signs. Very early we saw the way they were taking this country. Very early we saw what they were doing with the energy sector. And because we were pointing that out in 2017, 2018, that they have failed in the energy sector, failed to deal with crime, failed to deal with the economic situation in the country, they sought to try to destroy the Oilfields Workers Trade Union, get vexed according to Mr. Manning, impairing his judgment and so on, shutting down the Petrotrin, sending workers home, and with that, putting the country under stress, unnecessary stress.
You hear that?
Yep, it's obvious. It's so clear. Blind man could see it. Ray Charles and Stevie Wonder saw it both.
They saw it. They saw it. But we have people who don't want to. You have people who don't want to see it, Tommy. But it's sitting right in their face, you know. It's right in their face. It's right there for you to see. You know. But Tommy, did you see, Tommy, that the energy ministry spent over $55 million in legal fees in 3 years?
Are you surprised?
55 in 3 years, Tommy.
Well, the amount of shenanigans that's going on, none of this surprises me, you know.
Nah, Tommy. Nah. You mean that will surprise you?
The shenanigans that's going on puts all of this in right front and center in some of what's expected.
But Tommy, didn't the Prime Minister say that this government is a responsible government?
But we see how they're responding and how responsible they are. We see time and again. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure out what responsibility and irresponsibility is.
So you accepting that type of behavior then?
I'm not accepting it. I'm not accepting it. I'm expecting it.
No, I'm not expecting it. I'm not expecting that type of behavior. I expecting them to serve the people of the country. That's why I accepting them to do best.
No. We were told the rich have to get richer. So they only serve who has to get richer, who's the rich.
I
hear you.
To me, I'm mumbling and fumbling for words, man.
No, but the thing is that you shouldn't be, because you were told by the supreme leader what the plans are. The plans are to get the rich richer so that they can help the poor.
So tell me what you're telling me, that when we hear these kind of things, you should just accept it and move on? Is that what you're saying?
I'm not saying that to accept it. I'm saying to expect it.
I don't know how Tommy, you're giving up. You're giving up.
No, I haven't given up because I know there's time to come and there's hope once there's life.
You're still hopeful.
Of course, 2025 hasn't gotten here yet. Hopefully, some or the majority of people are going to wake up. If not, Tobago is going to make the tilt.
And you are you confident that the people have seen enough, heard enough, suffer enough under this PNM government to go and make the right decision?
If they haven't suffered enough, they would pay the dearest price they ever did or could pay.
Okay.
That's my opinion.
To keep you and me in check, keep us under control, keep us passive and peaceful. It's like when you go to the dentist and the man is going to take your tooth. You're going to fight him when he start pulling. So they squirt some stuff in your jaw called Novocaine to make you think they're not doing anything to you. So you sit there and because you got all that Novocaine in your jaw, you suffer peacefully. Blood running all down your jaw. And you don't know what's happening. Because someone has taught you to suffer peacefully. Now they bring up you. You put them first and they put you last. Because you're a chump. A political chump. When you see this, you can see that the Negro vote is the key factor. And despite the fact that you are in a position to be the determining factor, what do you get out of it? That party can't keep the promise that it made to you during election time, and you're dumb enough to walk around continuing to identify yourself with that party. You're not only a chump, but you're a traitor to your race.
Catch hell from the same enemy. We're all in the same bag, in the same boat. We suffer political oppression, economic exploitation, and social degradation. All of them from the same enemy. The government has failed us. You can't deny that. We must understand the politics of our community, and we must know what politics is supposed to produce. We must know what part politics play in our lives. And until we become politically mature, we will always be misled, led astray, or deceived or maneuvered into supporting someone politically who doesn't have the good of our community at heart.
We are oppressed. We are exploited. We are downtrodden. We are denied not only civil rights, but even human rights. So the only way we're going to get some of this oppression and exploitation away from us or aside from us is come together against the common enemy. Who taught you to hate the texture of your hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin to such extent that you bleach to get like the white man? Who taught you to hate the shape of your nose and the shape of your lips? Who taught you to hate yourself from the top of your head to the soles of your feet? Who taught you to hate your own kind? Who taught you to hate the race that you belong to? So much.
But Tommy, let's listen to, let me go to the chat before I get there. Before it goes away from us. Mr. Florida, welcome. Mr. Florida, you inside?
Hey, good evening, Mr. Hanson. Good evening, Mr. Tommy. Good evening to all the callers, all the chatters, everybody on the live. So Mr. Hanson, Mr. Tommy, so let me just break it down simple grassroots, right? The man say, the Prime Minister say, petrotrin was draining the economy of Trinidad, right?
Yeah.
Taking money from the treasury, draining it. So let me analyze since he closed petrotrin and now. Simple. A primary school child could tell you that. Stevie Wonder could see this. Since he closed petrotrin, they had to borrow money because every budget is a deficit. Every year they have to borrow money. They're signing non-disclosure agreements. Forex becoming minimized in Trinidad. Banks closing down. Businesses closing down. Establishment getting sell out. So people now opening their eyes and seeing since this man closed down petrotrin where the country ended up to. And people cannot figure out he closed petrotrin for a different reason, not because petrotrin was draining money from the economy. And people not understanding that when the man closed petrotrin up to now, look how the country going. No investment, no forex coming in, no foreign diversity investment, no ease of doing business, not diversifying the economy. And he's just hoping that by Trump will give him the oracle to get gas and oil from Venezuela. Wishful thinking.
Wishful
Pie
thinking.
in the sky.
Pie in the sky. Pie in the sky. Yep.
So I can break it down more simple for people in Trinidad to see since he closed petrotrin where the country end up to. So all I have to ask all ourselves now, all the love all the PNM party, but ask us the real reason he closed petrotrin for. Look at the country, look at people's lives. People had to go in a store and thief books, people had to go in a store and thief flour and egg, and people had to go in a store and thief medicine, right? And all this defending these PNM supporters, defending this PNM party, Rowley and this PNM party, coming out on all the chats, going on all the rallies, and when you go at home, you have to fry egg with milk and cut up a half a cabbage and stretch it to feed your family. And you go clap for that. People open their eyes. Look all into the sense, no, Mr. Tommy.
Look, look the numbers are there, you know, Tommy. Numbers don't lie, you know.
Never.
So Fox and Patty, you know, look the numbers on the screen, you know. All you know go get this on the Mugabe station, you know, Patty and Fox. All ain't getting this, you know. They ain't gonna show you this. But these are the facts. The facts we giving you. And PNM Fox always have to go back to the 19th century. You like to go back to the 19th century to bring us information. You just seem to have to go back. Nadira, welcome. She says, Wall Street Tommy, good evening to you and everyone on the chat. Volsang, welcome. You know, listen to what he says. The refinery in turn was importing an additional 100 barrels of oil every day and was refining the 140,000 barrels every day at a loss. The refinery was losing money on every barrel it refined. NB, is that NP or NB? All right, NB. I read it as you say. NB, Petrotrin was spending more US dollars than it was earning. In local parlance, the maths was not mathsing. Yeah. PNM Fox, watch the mathsing on the screen. Let me see if the maths not mathsing. 7.
No.
Go ahead, Tommy.
Gary Aboud was lying when he said
Yeah. Gary is lying.
There were no subventions being paid to Petrotrin over the 3-year period that he analyzed. What is he lying?
And
Who's
Tommy,
telling the truth? Who's telling the truth?
You are so correct. If he was lying, you know, long the PNM would have put fake news on that.
Not just fake news. They would have probably drag him in court.
Oh, correct is right. They would have taken him to the court. Yeah. What happened? No court. Wait, the court closed down in Trinidad. Or maybe they went to the Privy Council.
Geniuses like Fox Islam and them is who lap up all the malarkey and regurgitating it to the public as if they are experts and they so believe everything that they're being told. These people are despicable, and for their behavior, there's no excuse, none whatsoever. They don't think.
And Tommy, you know what's sad, Tommy? These are supposed to be the intelligent PNM people. Imagine that.
I don't know how intelligent, how you quantify that level of intelligence. That misintelligence or misinformation.
Listen to him again, Tommy. Listen to him again. He has always write a dissertation. Yes, the state-owned petroleum company of Trinidad and Tobago Petrotrain faced significant losses and challenges over the years. 2008, he gets this directly from Bali's house. Petrotrain lost $200 million in the last 3 months of 2008 after making a profit of $2 billion. The man just see $7 billion US, 7 billion, He going back to 2000 and 2007, Tommy.
So if they made a profit of $2 billion and they lost $200 million, what does that say?
What?
That says that the net gain is 1.8 billion. That's what that says to me. I don't have to be no super mathematician to figure that out. What the hell is he saying? What is he talking about? What good sense he's making?
Well, you know, Tommy, all them does do is just cut and paste, You understand? Them go into the PNM propaganda machine, right? And they just have certain script for them, and them just take it, Patty and PNM Fox and Alti and all of them just take it. Well, nah, Patty and them don't really take and paste. Fox, PNM Fox, they just take it and paste it, and that is it. He don't even do a fact check to see whether it's true or not. He don't just paste it. Cut and paste. That's what we should call him, cut and paste Fox.
We're gonna have to stop reading his posts when he sends it. Let whoever wants to read it in the chat read it. Because
let me do censor.
It's gonna get to that point where we're gonna have to censor him because he's just wasting our time.
No, that's the only way we go expose them, Tommy. You have to let them continue posting that kind of garbology.
All right.
Yeah. We have to let them post them kind of garbology, man.
My patience is wearing thin. That's what's going on.
Yeah. Mobile Defender, welcome.
Blessed night, Uncle Tommy and Wall Street.
Blessed night.
Good night, sir.
Tonight. But Wall Street, I get from this conversation you have in here. PNM did a number on these black people, our black people.
Correct. 100%.
Wall Street, we fighting here to get a better life for all of us.
Everybody.
And all these people doing is just defending anything,
Anything. Not anything. Everything.
What's on a serious note, right? This is sad, What PNM did to African people, worship is not it can never be forgiven.
Never forgiven. Never cannot be forgiven. Boy, it has hurt my heart when I had to tell people we have 300,000 or more black people living below the poverty line. You think I like to say that? I don't like to say that. And to make it worse, Mova Defender, under Kamala Prasad was only 17.3%.
Oh shit. This is a sad day. Well, should I get a story, a personal story of mine, and I'm going to tell you take note of it. All the members said over and over trying to get a loan from the Republic Bank, right?
Yes.
Well, shit, it didn't happen. They gave me less than half, right? But here what caught my attention was shit. They made me sign a document before I collect the less than half they give me, right?
Yeah.
But here what the document saying, you see that what I was trying to get? They put under that not needed anymore. And in order for me to get what they're giving me, I have to sign that.
Yeah.
So I couldn't the lady, I said, I don't want it anymore. They're blank man. Why did they put the blank man?
You know, she said she does that.
Yeah.
Well, she just wanted to pay them to African people, not only is political, you know.
Listen.
It's even in the system, you know.
Listen, I always says, where is the economic development, economic empowerment, economic inclusion, right? And access to capital for black people and black businesses in Trinidad and Tobago under the PNM. I always say that. Not now I saying that.
Well, it's sad, brother. Just what I have to tell me.
But Mova Defender, can you help me? Maybe if Aisha listen, she could help us. I'm looking for one socio-economic statistic where black people under the PNM is at the top. One.
Is at the top?
Yeah, I'm looking for one. Just one.
Okay.
See we can help.
Win.
Huh?
We got to beat them.
Say that again?
We got to beat them. Like we on top of.
No, right now socio-economic. Right now socio-economic statistic.
What's we able to get here? You want to make up something?
No, I wait to go and do a little homework.
Oh shit.
Talk to your PNM friends now.
Talk
to your PNM friends. Yeah, PNM friend. Talk to them. Ask them.
Where go you, John? Where go you, John? Are you partner? Where go you, John?
Over Defender.
Don't laugh at one shit. Because I find Uncle Tommy and Daddy laugh. He told me, I find one shit coming at you a little rough these last few days, eh?
It's all good. It's all good, Mova Defender. It's all good.
Were you there? Uncle Tommy?
Say that again. Say it again.
I'm saying Mova Defender. It's all good. Bro.
No, Tommy, hold on. Tommy, Mova Defender want to know if if it was wrong when the email get Tommy.
Absolutely. I was in Trinidad.
Yeah, he said he was in Trinidad. He was in Trinidad.
No, that's not. I didn't care. Tommy, Uncle Tommy, you hear me?
Yes, make a point.
I want to know when Mr. Anthony Ball was passing around a document with the IT partner. Were you there, Uncle Tommy?
No, I wasn't in the United States, but I know his IT partner very well.
Right. But I find what she coming at you rough tonight about. You're telling me expect that. You're not accepting it. So I find what she's like he tried to throw some blame. So I let you know tonight, Uncle Tommy, we're not taking that from him.
I don't blame you. I agree.
About how we going through this country, Uncle Tommy, and watch.
Yeah, man. Bless.
I agree with you, Mova Defender. Thank you for your contribution.
But Tommy, I want to know. All right, let me dedicate it directly to PNM Fox say he's more of an expert than Gary Aboud. Where Gary Aboud say he was an expert. The man filed a freedom of information
and just taking the facts. He just presented the facts.
The man present the facts. Facts. But I think PNM Fox think he's talking about FAX. I think that's what he think he's talking about. Yeah.
What happens that with all the expertise we have, none of them can get it right.
Yeah. But Tommy, you know something? Mr. Intellectual make a good statement, you know. This is why they don't want the African Exim Bank in Trinidad and Tobago.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And Fox and Patty and all them make excuse for that, you know. The excuse is say, oh, if you're local, if you're living in Trinidad and Tobago and you're working for the Exim Bank, you're supposed to pay tax. What such a poor excuse. But anyway, let's listen to this. Take a listen to this all here. 55 million in legal fees. And you see that's how Gary Aboud get it with freedom of information. You know how they get this too? You know how they get this number? Or they take a listen. Take a listen. Wait. PNM folks, don't go nowhere yet. Wait. Stay, wait to listen to this. We're going. Tommy, I see you trying to leave. No, 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 no. All right, all right, all right. You come back. Let me play it now. Since he come back, listen to this.
Energy Ministry spends over $55 million on legal fees in 3 years.
Hear that? In 3 years. 3 years. $55 million in legal fees. 55, eh? You know how much poor people? All right, let me cut it in half, all you. Let me be realistic. Let me say 27 and a half, right? 27 and a half. You know how much poor people that could help? But you know how much? Anyway, take a listen.
The Ministry of Energy and Energy Industries spent over $55.9 million on legal fees from 2020 to August 2023. Social and political activist Marsha Walker was given this figure in a response to a Freedom of Information request.
Hear that? Freedom of Information request.
Isn't that the same thing that Gary did?
Same exact thing that Gary Abu did. Same thing, same thing, same exact thing. So when you listen, you know, Tommy, I just wonder sometimes about the black supporters of the PNM. Let me put it bluntly. The black supporters of the PNM. Oh God, all you just don't take everything to give all, you know. Do a little, just a little fact checking, a little. It don't have to be the whole thing. Just try a little thing.
All we need them to do is to think for themselves. That's all. Just be independent thinkers. Just don't let people stuff trash down your throat. I almost said a bad word.
And they're swallowing it, Tommy. That's the sad part of it. When they stuff it in the show, before they spit it out, they're swallowing it. Oh,
so sad. So very sad.
So sad.
It's frightening though, because who is they affecting? The youngsters, those who are to come, who are yet to mature, and who are the future. They're just destroying the future. Some of their own that they're hurting most.
And Tommy, that's why I play this song all the time by impulse. I'm frightened to live. I'm frightened to live.
No, yeah. You know what it is? We want to live.
But we frightened.
No, I understand and I hear what he's saying, except that I think we have to live fearless and take the bull by the horn and kick negativity to the curb.
Yeah, boy, Tommy, boy, I hear you, you know. I hear you.
I want somebody to make a song of that ilk, where we want to live. We're gonna destroy the negativity. We're gonna dump the devil in the deep blue sea.
So me, boy, I'm glad, boy. I like your hope. Let's continue to listen.
On November 18th, Walker's claim came up for hearing before Justice Frank C. Prasad, who was told the parties had arrived at a consensual position and the ministry had agreed to pay Walker's $10,000 costs.
I mean, just imagine the paying costs. They decide to pay the cost. But you go hear what the attorneys are. You go hear them. Let me continue to listen. Let me continue.
The ministry's response, the ministry provided an appendix setting out the statement of legal fees. Walker wanted a breakdown of all payments made to attorneys or law firms from September 2015 to the present, the criteria and practices used to select external attorneys, whether competitive tenders were engaged to ensure value for money, and details of whether attorneys were publicly invited to apply for positions on the ministry's panel of external counsel. According to the appendix, the ministry engaged for law firms, local and foreign, and a local senior counsel's name was provided. The firms were White and Case LLP, the legal consultancy, Denton's UK and Middle East LLP, and Fitzwilliam, Stone, Furnace Smith and Morgan. Russell Martineau, SC, was retained in August 2023, and his fees were pegged at $50,625. The document showed. White and Case were retained from February 2020 to present. The fees provided amounted to $47,592,899. The legal consultancy was retained from.
Let me hear that.
Yeah. Carry on.
Yeah, bye.
From April 2022 to April 2023 at $1,099,842.07. Denton's UK and Middle East LLP from March to December 2022 and Fitzwilliam, Stone, Furnace Smith and Morgan from August 2022 to January 2023 at $767. 284.06. The ministry's response said the expenses were recoverable under the Petroleum Impost, under the Petroleum Act. The Act says companies are required to pay a royalty stipulated in their license and contribute to the Petroleum Impost, which is used to cover the ministry's administrative costs. The ministry also said while the Public Procurement and Disposal of Public Property Act did not apply to legal services for public bodies, the ministry was guided by the Act and its regulations, since expertise in the energy sector was limited. It also said litigious matters are referred to the Office of the Attorney General to select external attorneys at its discretion. On competitive tenders, the ministry's position was that the procurement law did not apply to legal services. It also said there were no public advertisements for external counsel, since they would be retained on a recommendation based on their expertise in the energy industry, and if there was an urgent matter that needed attending. Walker filed a judicial review claim against the ministry, alleging undue delays in responding to her Freedom of Information Act request, which she submitted in August 2022. She only received an acknowledgement in February 2023. Walker demanded transparency and accountability on the expenditure of public funds on legal fees and the policies governing the ministry's selection of external attorneys. In her lawsuit, Walker asserted the ministry violated its statutory duties under the Freedom of Information Act, which required public authorities to provide a decision in 30 days and give written explanations for deferrals or denials. Walker argued disclosure of the information would enable public scrutiny of how taxpayer money is spent on legal services and was essential for ensuring accountability and transparency in government expenditures. This case goes to the heart of public trust in how our resources are managed, her claim said. The public has a right to know whether their money is being spent wisely, and this ministry's delay only raises more questions. This isn't just about legal fees. It's about holding our leaders accountable and ensuring the public has the tools to scrutinize the decisions that affect us all. She was represented by Anand Ram Logan, SC, Jayanti Luch Medial, Kent Samlal, and Natasha Bisram.
Yep. There it is.
There it is. The whole facts and nothing but the facts. You understand? And listen to Patty. She got the information. Did she see any illegal activity? Did anyone take it up? Who was talking about illegal activity? We are talking about the amount of money being spent, Patty. Oh God, Patty. Yeah, Mover Defender.
That's it.
Yeah.
I realize also the government doing recently, and if you pay attention to this. Anybody want a freedom of information? They take them to court first.
Yeah.
Before they give them it. Chakwana goes to the same position right now.
Yeah.
When it comes to how much money they spend to extradite him. So these people trying to block people from getting a freedom of information in the public funds,
Public funds.
and taking it to court with public funds,
Correct. Correct.
I don't think nobody in the history ever seen anything like this.
What it is simply that the government is pissing money away like it's nobody's business, and then turning to the public and trying to twist everybody's hand for taxes and other fees.
Donna Ram Lucian, welcome. Tommy, it is sad that all we are asking, support whichever party you want, but hold them accountable.
That's all. You just don't need nobody to be abusing the treasury.
They are abusing it left, right, and center.
Using the trash in one hand and in the next hand you're trying to squeeze everybody in the throat. I don't want to say the wrong part of the body for money.
Your scrotum. You're squeezing your scrotum.
Hello?
Yeah, KLC.
Good night, Mr. Washu. With that
Million.
billion dollars there,
Yeah.
that can develop Piccadilly schools.
What do you mean? St.
Philip School, the Philip well squared up, pay them stronghold.
Yeah.
All that money.
They could have renovated the building up in Chumakat. Yeah. We could have get 11th to Wall Street Empowerment Center. We could have fixed up. We could have give back Gatti School up in Mova. Eh? You know how much people benefited from that? Especially them as part of that 300,000 black people living below the poverty line under Prime Minister Rowley.
No, why must they do that when they could make the rich richer by pissing some more money away?
What shit?
Yeah.
I see the fake pastor grabbing a short and talking about the pool in Lavanti, the pool in Lavanti, the pool in Maloney. But you said that you any swimmers, anybody come out of that pool and gas collection?
None. Zero, no duck. Them defend that and say how it go take you at least 2-3 years before you can get someone to make a career for that team. I could train a person for 6 months and they go make the career for that team. 6 months in track and field and they go make a career for that team. 6 months. You telling me you had to take a year to train swimmers?
Yeah. So, what you see, it's the crime, it's so causing the crime.
Yeah.
Now we're going in this country. I said I feel like because of PNM by they developing the community, they developing the PNM stronghold at all, build proper schools, build proper roads and fix up the community for them strong PNM supporting them. All about you up there to Wall Street. You can fix all the building up there.
All of them.
With that money.
The building I grew up in, that building in paint in 15 years. Let me give over defender contract to go up and paint it. 15 years. 15 years it ain't painted.
Give my contract to build over the basketball court and put fence something around it.
Yeah. Yeah. Paint the building 15 years. That's a PNM stronghold, you know. Just to paint a building, you know. Paint it, you know. Oh God, aesthetic. Where people when you wake up in the morning or when you're down on driving down on the main road and you look up the hill, you go see a nicely painted building. You know how nice that is, people?
I got man grew up in a PNM constituency, and I went down this die-hearted PNM. And that man growing up and I get old and thinking, we see nothing develop for the community, for the people who vote in this PNM government, you know.
Nothing.
The community they can get more worse.
They get them a pool and the pastor with the internet search engine name saying, yeah, we got a pool up in Lavantil. Them happy with that.
I went up in the hospital today, so I take a video the hospital where the building over there. I take a video from my son film, he walked today. I said, if you have your phone, I looked on this.
All right, man, bless. Yeah. And listen to her. Grasping at shores. Volsang says, well, thank God for Ravi too. Yeah. Anytime, and Tommy, you know what they're doing, eh? Anytime you file a freedom of information, it will take you a year or longer to get the information. That's what they're doing. And what about procurement, boy? Procurement, them fellas and them, I told you had procurement laws in Trinidad. Or that is not for the PNM.
No.
The procurement laws is for the PNM too?
No, that's for the PNM.
You don't think so? No, I thought it was for everybody, Tommy.
Nah.
No? Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, Darren, you're right. They gutted the Procurement Act and remove legal fees. They also remove medical equipment. Yeah. Volsang said, thank God for those who have been educated in cowshed. It's their sons and daughters, but they are defending our civil rights today. Margaret, welcome. Welcome. Wall Street, you compare the cost for legal fees locally. If there was anything out of range, it should be stated. don't know, boy.
She means stated people started.
No, it's stated. She stated. She fixed it. She fixed it.
Yeah, but
Fox says if both of you take advice on the Treasury, you will not support the UNC. Yeah, what he said? PNM Fox. So Fox, PNM Fox, give me advice on the Treasury then. Let me hear your advice. Write a dissertation for we in the chat. Write a dissertation. Volsang said their mandate was never to empower the people, keep them done. It's easy to rule them as they are opposed to serving them. That is true, you know. That ain't no joke. That ain't no joke. Volsang, what you say is true, you know.
And you have the Fox echoing their sentiments.
Yeah, you have Fox echoing the sentiment. What you say is true. Listen to this. Listen to this.
You see, I will.
When they want to stop all this humiliation, I can't take that. Wake up in the morning, more frustration, I can't take that. No, ain't taking that soon, ain't taking that. Ain't taking that soon, ain't taking that.
I would be surprised. I would be surprised.
Go ahead, Tommy.
Yeah.
I would not be surprised if Fox Islam is a 1%er.
No. You're not 1%.
Well, he thinks that way. He thinks he's one anyway because he probably has a few pennies.
You just hit it on the head there. Yes. That 100%, Tommy. 100%. Yeah, that is it right there. Mr. Florida, welcome.
Hey, the night I give Mr. Answer to Mr. Tommy. So, Mr. Tommy, you guys don't play the facts.
Yeah.
These people and them get the information from the Freedom of Information Act of Trinidad.
Yeah.
Which was, you know what I'm saying? And they don't believe it still. You know, they always with this knee-jerk response.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Responding without thinking, you know? So I you know where we are to call PNM people now? Credulous. That's how we are to call them now.
Oh God.
Because you showing facts and every comment that Fox Islam and
Party
and them writing makes no sense. Makes no sense. And they're feeling happy and they're feeling like, yeah, we get Wall Street Day. We get Mr. Tommy. Yeah. Bro,
As far as they're concerned, they arrived.
Come on. Yeah. Bro and sister, come on. You're embarrassing Trinidad education.
Yeah.
Shame. Treat man and woman like that. Look on this, Mr. Tommy.
Alrighty. Yeah, they arrived. They made it. So everybody else could make it. Everybody else can pull this up by the bootstrap.
Yeah. You know, Martin Luther King says they want us to pull ourselves up by the bootstrap, but they left us bootless.
That's right.
You know that? Martin Luther King said that, you know.
That's right.
Yeah. Darren says Wall Street, you know, the Freedom of Information Act was created by a UNC government under Basdeo Pandey tenure. Well, I didn't know that, but I could believe that. I could believe that. And listen, I want to ask PNM Fox a question. PNM Fox, can you give us some facts with regard to this statement? My advice is that the UNC raided the Treasury during 2010-2015. I want you to back up that statement with facts. Give me some facts and call Patty and ask her to help you.
There's a Freedom of Information Act.
Tommy. Thanks, Tommy. PNM Fox, do a FOIA. Do a FOIA for that. Do it. Let me do it. And we will share it here. And as a matter of fact, we'll invite you on the program for you to tell the people. Here's what we're doing. Remember, we say we originate, we don't imitate. Do a FYA, PNM Fox. Yeah, we are there. My advice. Who gave the advice? I don't know who gave the advice to me. His advice. He got advice from somebody. The UNC raided the Treasury during 2010. Give me the fact.
I guess he's the supreme advisor.
Oh God, give me the facts. You know, Patty, I'm surprised at you, you know. Seriously. that statement, Patty, it's great that the UNC is great. The UNC isn't a cult. What do you mean by that, Patty? I don't understand. Some others can't understand when they write these things.
That means that obviously who she supports is a cult, so she's good with that.
So she's saying the PNM is not a cult. What's she saying?
No, she's saying it's great that they are not a cult, but who she supports is a cult. That's what that means to me. That what it says to me is that it's great that you are not a cult, but I am a cult.
Oh wow. Point 14, welcome.
Oh, pleasant good night to you and God for me and the rest of the world. Good night. When you take the thoughts right out of my mind, you know, I was no saying by why you ain't do a survey, let them people and them come up with some information but about the bad things that the UNC did from 2010 to 2015. And I like how you asked that question. So I want to say this before I go. If they feel Dr. Evil, better known as Kit Rowley, while running a hate group called the PNM, could get away with this they're doing. Trust me when I say this, and it has enough evidence out there to prove what I say. Keith Rowley must make a jail when he leave office. That is a must. Because I keep telling people, if Keith Rowley was so much of an honorable man as he say he is, why it is he go behind Lennox Smith and Annie Roberts for calling him a reaper man? PNM supporters ask themselves that question. Only honorable. Only say this man honorable. How come he go behind Annie Roberts and Lennox Smith? Nocturnal listeners.
Yeah, man, bless.
You read a comment, Wall Street. Go back and read. What is she talking about?
That's why I was just trying to figure out. I mean, what's she talking about? Go back and read what? Put the comment again. Let's put the comment in the chat again. I know what she's talking about. You know, I mean, let me say welcome to our friend Capitan. Capitan, welcome. Capitan almost a me joke choking. Capitan said 20 PNM. 20 PNM seats. 19 who?
19 for the other side, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. Margaret, welcome.
Obviously, he's talking about the Trinidad seats only.
Okay. So, what about the other two, Capitan? Does Fox Islam know what a FOI is? He's such a dinosaur. Okay. Fox, people want to know. Volsang want to know. To ask his PM to show him the graph that he, the PM, was showing foreign investors in 2018. Capitan said 20 PNM, UNC 19, TPP 2. PNM stays in power. Nah, Capitan.
He think the TPP gonna go to bed with the PNM?
I know. Capitan, put on that glass, eh? Put on that glass. Folks, you're gonna go for a quick break. Stick and stay. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Walsh, and you. We'll be right back.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio. WZYE 95.9 FM.
We are back with you. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Walsh, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. Don't forget, share the live, WZYE 95.9 FM on Facebook and X. Of course, subscribe, WZYE TV on YouTube. And you can reach us here at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444.
Also at 973-609-6509, 973-609-6509. Remember, that's 6 to 9 in the U.S., 6 to 9. Trinidad is 7 to 10, and here in the US it's from 6 to 9. Remember, your calls are WhatsApp calls, so it's free 99, especially if you have Wi-Fi.
Patty, let me say, we encourage people to share facts, and we share facts as well. I believe, Patty, the most facts you get from any radio program, and I could say it without fear or favor, any radio program is this radio program here. Facts. We don't make up stuff. We don't throw stuff up on the wall and see what goes stick. We don't do this spaghetti theory here. Throw it up on the wall and see what goes stick. We are about facts, the whole facts, and nothing but the facts. And Patty, and Fox, we are open to be fact checked with any information we share here. Any information.
That's correct. We believe in truth to power. That's what we believe in, truth to power.
Yeah. And we are open to fact check anything that we share here. Right? All you know, of course, you all know I'm the king of fact check. You understand? Right? But I want you guys to listen to this. The central bank exposed these companies that have the highest amount of Forex allocated to them. Tommy, you wouldn't be surprised.
Never.
You think you could be surprised?
Nothing surprises me when it comes to Trinidad and Tobago.
JB Appa, welcome. Yeah, Volsang. Correct is right. The facts are too painful for some people, nervous system to handle. It's painful for them, you know. Because, you know, when they go on another program, it's all kind of little, because what they are good at taking them to the Waffle House. You understand? When they go to the Waffle House, you doesn't know what happened. You understand? They're waffling all over the place. They ain't sure. I want 1 waffle, 2 waffles, 3 waffles, or 4. You told me they ain't sure. They ain't sure whether they want and Jemima syrup. they ain't sure. Because
they're sure they want a pancake or a waffle.
Yeah, they ain't sure if they want a pancake or a waffle. You know? But all they know, they're waffling. KFC, welcome.
Yeah, because I was like one here last night, boy.
Who's that?
Fuad.
Eh?
Yeah, Fuad really show by himself now.
Yeah. You sure?
I really show this morning, but like there's getting problem with the board, and they don't try to understand the board and thing.
I tell him that is all right. That is all right.
Yeah.
I'm glad for him. I will give him a call.
Yeah, so the next man who at his side, he can make them calling 4 and 5 times.
Yeah, Bruce Payne.
Calling the senior call and screaming your call.
Yeah. The fella, you name it Bruce Payne, right? Bruce Payne.
I hope you on Thursday tomorrow. Thursday. I hope you come up by yourself Thursday.
Yeah. I gotta give him a call. Yeah, man. Tommy, listen to the fella. Watch him. Read that on the screen there. Yeah. So PNM Fox.
He attempted to flip the script, but the toothpaste is already on the tube. He can't put it back in.
You can't put it back in. Correct is right. Toothpaste already out of the tube, PNM Fox. And PNM Fox, hear what to do. Anything you hear here, go and fact check it. As a matter of fact, take the next 10 minutes and go and fact check anything we put. Look, we have something behind the screen there. Go and fact check that. All right, let me put something else on the screen for you to fact check. Let me give you some work. Go and fact check this now. Fact check this. Look, let me give you some more work. All right, no, not it in there. Let me see if it's over here. Where I put it? I want to give you some more work. Go and fact check this. I'm going to leave it on the screen for you for a little bit. Go and fact check this, PNM Fox. Look, we gain your work. Go fact check this. US 7.6 billion for fuel. Total refined products imported by Paria, $7.6 billion from December 1st, 2018 to the 30th of June, 2024. Go and fact check that. I'm waiting for you to take it out. Yeah, your phone, screenshot it.
Then screenshot it and you go on to publish what you intended to publish, which was the list of as to who.
Yes.
The
Right.
Forex.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, Tommy. But hear what you say. Damn bogus statistic about 300,000 PNM supporters living below the poverty line. I never said that. Tommy, did I ever say 300,000 PNM supporters living below the poverty line?
You said citizens, meaning, and as a matter of fact, not just citizens, but black citizens.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Look how quick we fact check you. Oh God. Tommy, in less than a second, the man get fact check.
What happens is that they think this is a spaghetti station where you just throwing shit up on the wall and then what stick.
Listen, you all go over by the Mugabe station with that garbology, or then go come here with that PNM Fox. That is not why we have a Forex shortage.
This is not a spaghetti session here.
And PNM Fox, I agree with you. The Prime Minister have no memory because he lies so much. I agree with you. I fully agree with you. That's the first two things you say here since you've been on this program. Liars has no memory. Liars have no memories. And you are absolutely correct. I agree with you. Prime Minister lies so much, he don't remember.
And you, Fox, you better watch yourself.
Tommy, should I give him a round of applause for that or no?
Yeah, give him a round of applause.
Nah, you deserve a round of applause. That's the best thing you have said. Liars have no memory, and the Prime Minister has lied so much he doesn't remember. Oh God, Fox, I like all the too bad enough. Let me give you a round of applause for that. Take this. And I leave your quote up on the screen too. Tommy.
Let's get those stats to show who the Forex.
Yes. Thanks. Keep me focused. Let me go to that one. Wait. Hey, Tommy, look what PNM Fox have. Watch myself for what, Tommy? You turn bully? Oh God.
No. There's no rowdy in me. We need the facts. Just the facts. That's all we're dealing with.
You come to the wrong place for a Rowley. Look, even JB gave him a round of applause. You're getting plenty clap. Let me go to it. Central bank list. But Fox, I want you to take out your book. Take out your book. All right. Let me see. You have his book. Your pen. Okay. All right. No. Turn the page. Right, that page. Right there. Here we go. Folks, listen to this. They think it's easy in Trinidad. Prime Minister Rowley is absolutely correct when he says he have no problem making the rich richer so they could create opportunities for the poor so he could make them poorer. My words, the end there. Listen to this.
Authorized Forex dealers.
Hold on.
Central bank lists authorized Forex dealers. Amid reports that many have turned to the black market to purchase foreign exchange, the Central Bank of Trinidad and Tobago yesterday listed the authorized dealers of foreign exchange in the country. In a notice on its website, the central bank said 13 companies were licensed as authorized foreign exchange dealers in TNT as at September 30th, 2024. They are YNSA Bank, Citibank, Trinidad and Tobago, First Citizens Bank, CIBC Caribbean Bank, Trinidad and Tobago, JMMB Bank, TNT, RBC Royal Bank, Trinidad and Tobago, Republic Bank, Scotiabank Trinidad and Tobago, YNSA Merchant Bank, Development Finance Ltd, Massey Finance GFC.
Mommy, I pause it there. Massey in there. Massey, yeah? All you think it's easy? Boy, Let me continue to listen.
CLTD, and CB Merchant Bank, Trinidad and Tobago, and the Import Bank of Trinidad and Tobago, Exim Bank. Additionally, the central bank noted there were 4 companies authorized to operate as a bureaus de change, currency exchange in the country, operators. These companies are authorized by the central bank to buy and sell foreign currency notes and coins, as well as purchase travelers' checks and or conduct foreign exchange conversions, which are incidental to primary remittance business. The authorized bureaus de change companies are Global Exchange Trinidad and Tobago, Grace Kennedy, Trinidad and Tobago, Massey Remittance Services, Trinidad, Ltd., Millennium Finance and Leasing Company Limited. Global Exchange and Millennium Finance operate currency exchange kiosks at the Piarco International Airport, while Grace Kennedy is parent company of Grace Kennedy Money Services, the company which facilitates Western Union money transfer as well as FX trader services. Massey has its own FX trader service, which is occasionally tied to the MoneyGram money transfer service offered at some of its Massey stores branches. The central bank advised the public that, in accordance with the Exchange Control Act, transactions involving the buying, selling, borrowing, or lending of foreign currency should only be conducted through authorized dealers. Section 6(1) of the Exchange Control Act states, except with the permission of the bank, no person, other than an authorized dealer, shall in Trinidad and Tobago BT or borrow any gold of foreign currency from, or sell or lend any gold or foreign currency to any person other than an authorized dealer. In the last Sunday Business Guardian, a team of journalists from Guardian Media walked through Port of Spain and found several retail stores that were willing to sell US dollars. None of the stores were authorized dealers of foreign exchange.
You know what, Tommy? We have that too, eh? We have that one too, eh? Yeah, Tommy, you see, eh?
Yeah, I was looking for certain information that I didn't get out of that article.
I know small, them are no small, no small little fella round the corner. Who them? Them is the big kahunas. Massey in everything. Everything is Massey.
I know Massey in everything. I know Massey in everything.
Everything. Yeah? Yeah? But let me go to the Volsang say walls. I say we bowl long the side. And to think we don't have Caribbean soul tonight, bowl and spin. Wall Street, you hear those authorized dealers, right? Of course I hear them. Yeah, I hear them. Adios. Hasta la vista. This has nothing to do with your post. One reason for Forex shortage. I had nothing to do with the post. What are you talking about? Anyway, let me get the next one with the this one here. The black market one. Let me get that one. Hold on, eh? Where it is. Here it is. I want you all to take a listen to this.
Yeah, I was expecting to see numbers as to who's spending the most on Forex when it comes to the merchants and their purchases.
Nah, well, really and truly, the banks really ain't spending no money, right?
No, these are Forex dealers that they presented.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking to see, like, for example, Southern Sales spent 67 million US.
Yeah. I think, yeah. I hear you. You gotta get FYA for that. You gotta get, because because Tommy, them tiptoeing around Bali's also this, you know. Them tiptoeing around Bali's also this, you know, because this is serious, you know.
Yeah, but they're wasting our time instead of giving us some hard facts.
Yeah. Grace Kennedy isn't Grace Kennedy the
Jamaican company.
Yeah, Jamaican is a Jamaican company. You're out of Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I want you all to listen to this other one. We have a thriving black market in Trinidad and Tobago. Take a listen.
It's legal, but definitely not a well-kept secret. Several businesses continue to rely on purchasing US dollars on the black market to satisfy their import needs and ultimately keep their businesses afloat and staff on their payroll. Because while the legal dispensers of the now precious commodity are giving the average citizen maybe 200 US dollars on a good day purchase, a stone's throw away on the bustling streets that make up downtown Port of Spain are a few places that you can get 500, 1,000, or even 2,000 US dollars at once.
Tommy, and this is what I will say. The reason why this is Forex black market P&M style is this is what P&M under Prime Minister Rowley have turned Forex to in Trinidad and Tobago.
Of course, if you create a shortage and there's a demand for the damn thing, that's what happens.
Right. Of course.
You also created a black market.
Yes, there's no black market in St. Lucia. Go up the islands and see if you have black market. There might be a black market in few of them islands, but St. Lucia, not a black market there, and them way smaller than us. This is Forex black market, P&M style. Yeah.
And of course, there are no signs advertising an exchange service. Instead, that transaction is done quietly at your regular retail stores. At one business place on Queen Street, this is how the conversation went.
You already sell US by chance? Yeah, already selling it. They're critical right now.
See that, Tommy? They're selling it for $750. Right?
The black market rate is 9 to 1. 9 to 1.
See, the black market is 9 to 1. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. How much you looking for? How much you looking for? 500?
500 US.
Now here it appears that although his rate was originally 9 to 1, because we wanted 500 US dollars, he dropped his conversion rate to 8 to 1. But if he was willing to part with 500 US on the spot, we tried for more.
So if we want 1,000 US, we get a 9. Right. If we, let's say we want 2,000 US, let's say Friday, yeah, we can be able to get that. Yeah. Yeah.
Now, asking around in downtown Port of Spain, we were sent to another place on Charlotte Street known for selling US dollars.
Hold on.
No problem.
The store's rep said he was hoping to get more tomorrow and said we could get up to 1,000 or maybe 2,000 once he has it in hand. And there may be a reason why he's out of stock so quickly, because while that other place was charging 8 or 9 TT for $1 US, now we were also told that some of the Chinese-run establishments on Charlotte Street also sell US, but the ones we visited promptly said no, while one was only interested in buying.
You don't sell in the US, right?
Oh no, we don't sell in US.
You buy it?
We buy sometimes.
How much you buy?
If you are 50 or 100, that's 720.
There was no luck at some of the bars that also operate as casinos, while one popular retail store in the downtown area initially said they had US to sell, but almost in the same breath looked around the store and changed their mind. And you can't blame them for their hesitance. After all, selling foreign currency on the black market could result in fines and up to 5 years imprisonment. Akash Samaru, CNC3 News.
Nobody don't get locked up for that in Trinidad? Anybody ever get locked up for that, Tommy?
Well, we don't know. We're here.
Nah, them don't lock up people for that. Caller, welcome.
Yeah, good night, Professor Wall Street. Good night, Uncle Tommy. Good night, everybody on the WZYE.
WZYE.
Disease. I always get that.
You always forget why before disease.
But listen, I listen to you, and I want to follow up on you talking about the Forex issue, because yesterday there because he raised a point about Dr. Rowley pointing out that the Forex issue in Trinidad and Tobago is being caused by an uptick in demand. But I listened to Dr. Rowley in the parliament yesterday, and you see, the problem is, and I will be quick, the problem is we have a supply issue that Dr. Rowley and Carl members who are non-finance, I keep hitting the head on the, hitting the head. These are non-finance guys. Stuart Young, Dr. Rowley, Carl members. If you don't understand what they're doing, they will always have this problem. So here's the problem. Dr. Rowley was asked about the Forex issue by the opposition yesterday in Parliament, and he couldn't answer. What he said was that Trinidad and Tobago had a $7 billion usage of Forex, and it's the same supply that it had in 2014 that it had in 2024. But I beg to differ, because the fact is he's saying that government has been injecting $2.5 billion annually into the system, and it's the central bank that determines that. But here's the point. Dr. Rowley insisted that he is not going to devalue the dollar because he says there is a cabal, basically, or people who want the dollar to be devalued, and it will cause an inflationary condition. But here's the problem, and I want to point out this to everybody and listen. Right now, the Trinidad and Tobago's currency reserves are, I stated that yesterday, about 5.6 billion. You have 5.5 billion in.
Come on. Come on, come back.
Forex usage, meaning allocating and having Imbert come and decide how it's going to be allocated. We cannot have a devaluation, but we could have a depreciation. And this is what happened under Mr. Manning with Uric Bob and with Mr. Terence Farrell and Dr. Rowley and Mr. Carl-Membert, I'm telling you this, doesn't want, they're doing a fixed exchange rate basically, because a fixed exchange rate, it means that the central bank sets the rate. It's an unofficial rate. It's not going up or down. Now, the problem is, which will happen, next year's elections, and Uncle Tommy and Professor Wall Street, and the PNM does not want to come to the reality that we cannot sustain our supply of Forex. The issue is supply. The issue is not management. We do not have enough Forex in our reserves, and the demand is higher. So, unless and until these guys wake up, because I just want to leave you with this 2 points. I pointed out that Mr. Marco Rubio is will be most likely be the Secretary of State. And he and Mr. Trump, we don't know what they will do with that OFAC license for Shell. The Manatee and the Coquina fields are only going to produce about 500 million cubic feet of gas. If the Dragon gas would have supplied about 750, we used to be at 4.2. We are now at 2.6. Now, today, Mr. Trump appointed a fella, his name is Chris something, and that fella is going to be the Secretary of Energy. And Mr. Wall Street, Professor Wall Street and Uncle Tommy and everyone, you know what is going to happen? He is going to produce, he works for a gas fracking company, and his mantra is to drill, drill, drill. So we're going to have two issues: production, because if Manatee doesn't, if Dragon doesn't come on stream in 2027, that means 750 million cubic feet of gas going south. And that's why Shell is not insisting if they're going to develop the field, because they have to hedge their bets with their shareholders. And if that guy comes in and he starts producing gas and starts fracking, that means America is going to depress the price of natural gas. So our natural gas pricing is determined based on a basket. One is the Henry.
What happened? You there? Come on, Walls. Come on, Mr. Brookton.
Managing. If you have little supply and you have the demand is up, the dollar must depreciate. You don't have to devalue, but you have to do some sort of managed float, some sort of auction. And we have 3 people running this country, the finance guys, and they don't know nothing about finance. And they're doing this for political expediency because they're kicking the can down the road, Professor Wall Street and Uncle Tommy. They don't want to do it because elections coming next year. But we cannot sustain this. I'll leave you with this last point. Uncle Tommy, you're asking about who's the major user of Forex. But let me tell you something. Under the Exchange Control Act, you see, Mr. Imbert will hide behind that because he says he doesn't allocate Forex, but he controls Alvin Hill here to some extent. But he's saying the central bank is not allowed to declare or state who the users of Forex are, because that is illegal and they could be held liable. The government could be held liable. But those 12 listed people you just saw, the banks and Samakal and Massey, you could kind of pick out who is doing what. The major importers, I told you what Mr. Manning was
Call it
7 billion or 1.2 billion usage of food. We have to start correcting. We have to start looking at the supply side by diversifying. Professor Wall Street, you talked about Tobago. You understand? And how Tobago is a jewel and they have wanderlust. They're on National Geographic. And nobody knows about the low-hanging fruit of Tobago. We can have more.
You're breaking up.
So you don't have this huge supply like what you have in Jamaica and St. Lucia. But I will leave you with that. Those fellas don't know that they're being political expedient, and they don't know that they don't know what they don't know. They should be listening to Terence Farrell to some extent. We need to do a managed auction or a managed depreciation of the Trinidad dollar, because it's about $8.50 that is going in the black market right now, and we need to cut that out. We need to cut down on our expenses, and we need to diversify. Have a good night.
Yeah, man. Listen to the editorial. The editorial of Tobago is coming up. Yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Thank you.
So, folks, Tommy, the financial guru inspired me today to do this editorial today. And the editorial is titled The Unseen Struggles of Tobago Recognition and Demonization by the Rowley-led PNM government. In my estimation, Tommy, the PNM government, led by Prime Minister Rowley, is in the demonization business of Tobago because it is led by the TPP.
Agree.
And they are going to continue to demonize the TPP until the next election.
I fully agree, because I believe that they think they're going to be able to win if they throw the TPP under the bus.
Yeah, and I hope the TPP don't allow that. But I want you guys to take a listen to this.
So I hope Tobago people are wise enough to know and to see what's coming at them.
I hope so as well. So take a listen, folks.
The unseen struggles of Tobago's recognition and demonization by the Rowley-led PNM government. An editorial by Professor Wall Street. Recently, Tobago was honored with a prestigious accolade, securing the Bronze Award as one of the most desirable islands in the world by the Wanderlust Travel Awards. This recognition is a testament to the island's natural beauty, vibrant culture, and the tireless efforts of the Tobago Tourism Agency Limited. However, despite this international acclaim, the island faces significant challenges at home, particularly from the central government led by Prime Minister Keith Rowley and the People's National Movement, PNM. The current administration stance towards Tobago, governed by the Tobago People's Party, TPP, appears to be one of systematic undermining. Here are 10 reasons why the Rowley-led administration continues to demonize Tobago, seemingly to benefit the PNM. 1. Political rivalry. The PNM views the TPP's control of the Tobago House of Assembly, DTHA, as a direct threat to its political dominance. By undermining the TPP, the PNM aims to regain control over Tobago. 2. Resource allocation. There have been consistent complaints from the THA about inadequate funding from the central government. This financial strangulation hampers Tobago's development and portrays the TPP as ineffective. 3. Autonomy issues. The PNM has been reluctant to grant full autonomy to Tobago, fearing it would diminish their influence. The autonomy bills, while a step forward, are seen as insufficient by many Tobagonians. 4. Economic sabotage. The central government has been accused of delaying or blocking key economic projects in Tobago, which could boost the island's economy and the TPP's standing. 5. Media manipulation. There is a perception that state-controlled media outlets often highlight negative stories about Tobago, overshadowing its achievements and reinforcing negative stereotypes. 6. Tourism neglect. Despite Tobago's tourism potential, there has been a lack of significant investment from the central government in promoting the island as a premier destination. 7. Infrastructure development. Critical infrastructure projects in Tobago often face delays or are underfunded, affecting the quality of life and economic prospects of the island's residents. 8. Healthcare disparities. The healthcare system in Tobago is often under-resourced compared to Trinidad, leading to disparities in health outcomes and services. 9. Education inequities. Educational institutions in Tobago receive less support, impacting the quality of education and opportunities available to young Tobagonians. 10. Environmental concerns. The central government's handling of environmental issues, such as oil spills, often leaves Tobago vulnerable and neglected, further straining relations. In conclusion, while Tobago continues to shine on the global stage, the internal political dynamics threaten to overshadow its achievements. It is crucial for the central government to recognize and support Tobago's potential, ensuring that the island's progress is not hindered by political gamesmanship. Only through genuine collaboration and equitable treatment can Tobago truly thrive and continue to be a jewel in the Caribbean crown.
Can you guess which type of mineral water might...
So there you have it, Tommy.
Yep.
Listen, it is a fact. It is a fact, Tommy, that the central government of Trinidad is undermining the TPP government in Tobago. Plain talk, bad manners. Tommy, you agree with this?
I'm not surprised. I expected that. I mean, what do you expect? They want to retain those two seats, East and West. And in order to do so, they will have to throw the TPP under the bus at every turn, every single corner they take. And they see the TPP coming, they have to crush them.
You know,
but
go ahead, Tommy.
But I think Tobago people are wise.
Yeah, they're wise. My father is a Tobagonian. And you know, Tommy, I wonder, you could get, how you could become, you could get citizen, I mean, I'm being facetious here. You could get citizenship of Tobago. Well, what do you have to be to become a Tobagonian? Because my father is a Tobagonian. Do I get Tobagonian right away?
Yes, you're Trinbagonian, so you have entitlement in both countries.
Yeah, because I just want to become, I want to become a Tobagonian, man. I want to go live in Tobago. I'm serious.
I don't blame you.
Yeah, but Patty, listen to this. All right, let's take this call. Huh? Mr. Florida, welcome.
Yeah, good evening. I give Miss Ansem, Mr. Tommy. So, Miss Ansem, you want to be a Tobagonian, you want to take out Trinidadian from here. passport and everything.
When I go to Tobago, I got Tobago passport. Tobago have a passport to me?
Yeah, it says
Tobago have
Trinidad.
your own passport?
Yes, it says Trinidad and Tobago.
No, I can't get a Tobago passport.
Yes, it's a Tobago passport, but it says Trinidad and Tobago.
No, I want to know if I could get a passport with just Tobago on it.
I'm not so sure about that. I'm not so sure if you can get an
I'm
excuse.
going to call the consulate tomorrow and find out. I'm going to call the consul general tomorrow and find out if I can get a Tobago passport.
He will tell you yes. He will tell you yes, but it says it has to say Trinidad and Tobago.
Is that a say Trinidad?
Yeah, and Tobago.
Mr. Anselm. So, Mr. Anselm, you go know this term, right? In a country, when they're losing game in Forex, right? That's how they start. They start to lose game in Forex.
Yeah.
The currency will depreciate.
Yeah.
You know, against other currency after a while. You know, economic instability is a recourse in the country. And it's the first thing that's affect when it's shortage of Forex, the microeconomic factor.
Okay.
Small businesses. That is where they start with. And then they just sort of go down. Right? So you now bring up Tobago. Now we have a gem right there.
Gem.
To get Forex.
A gem for tourism. You know, Tobago could be like St. Lucia. Being active, I'm telling you.
But the truth be told, if Tobago is managed by itself, they can be successful.
Yes. Watch now. Listen. Prime Minister Rowley, please. He's a Tobagonian, but they disown you. They kick you out of Tobago. Right? They kick you out. Let Tobago go on their own now. Just let them go on their own. Let them go on their own. They go manage just like St. Lucia. Trust me, they go manage. Yeah. And they'll be better off.
Last year, how much Jamaica make in tourism?
Boy, 190 something like 190 something million. Good question. Right?
That's what I see in them. You had
billion.
Shortage for it.
Eh?
Sorry, Mr. Tommy. Go ahead.
No, Tommy, it was calculated to US. And I have it somewhere there. I go play it back.
Okay. Okay.
So you guys had the answer already.
We answered that already.
Tobago is the answer to bring back the Trinidad and Tobago with Forex.
Correct.
You have a gem there that's sitting there and people all over the
world. But
the
evil, wicked PNM, the evil, wicked PNM under Prime Minister Rowley don't want them to do that because they go look good and they go make them look bad. They don't want that. He don't want, not them. He don't want that.
Yeah, so it is when you're losing game in Forex in a country, it is start with the microeconomics, like the small business will start to feel and close down, and then it will trickle down to the bigger ones, and then the money will be devalued, and then you will laugh at any deal laugh at Guyana and saying how much were you talking about Guyanese dollars?
Yeah.
But just now they will see the same thing about you gotta be paying like $40 for $1 US now.
Correct. Bless. Tommy, I want to say to Patty, we take things very serious in here. Let me answer your question, Patty. Let me answer it for you. You think this is the Mugabe station that was gone and it has asked questions and people don't answer? They can't answer you. Patty asks, what is TPP achievement? Patty, here what I go do. I go give you 10 in your preference. 10. Tommy say I give you 10 or only give you 5.
Give you the 10, man.
Give you the 10? Give you the 10?
Give you.
The whole 10?
Yeah, man.
Oh, Tommy, I thought you only give you 5.
Never enough for she, man.
Give you the whole 10?
Yeah. She have a big appetite.
The whole 10, you know.
She have a big appetite. She appetite slack.
So you think you can handle the whole 10? Eh?
Oh yeah. She's a boss.
Oh God. Yeah. All right. Let me get you the 10. We go get the 10 party. We gain you the 10. 1. Let me start with 1. All right, let me take this call first. Move defender, we go and get you 10 your call, man.
She's 10. I think she's 10, she must give back 1.
We get you the old 10.
See? Right, but should I give back 1?
Shall I give me back 1?
Yes.
All right. Patty, you give me back 1, eh?
Yeah.
All right. Tommy, you like Bacchanal, Tommy? Hold on.
Of course, I like Bacchanal.
Tommy, hold a minute. Hold 1 minute. Let me do. All right. Let me get Patty the 10. We gain she 10. Patty's 10 you're getting tonight. 10. There we go. All right, there we go. Economic diversification. We gain Patty 10, eh? I wanted to get she 5. Right? But Tommy said get she 10. Implemented policies to diversify Tobago's economy beyond tourism, including investment in agriculture and small business. 2. Infrastructure development. Upgraded and expanded road networks, improving connectivity across the island. 3. Healthcare improvement. Enhanced healthcare facilities and services, including the construction of new health centers. 4. Education initiatives. Increase access to education by building new schools and providing scholarship for higher education. 5. Tourism promotion. Oh, let's see them all over the place, right? You want the list? Just put them as one of the top 10. Yeah? Tourism promotion. Launch campaigns to boost tourism, resulting in increased visitors, numbers, and revenue. Patty, you hear that? 6. Environmental conservation. Establish programs for the protection and sustainability use of Tobago natural resources. Way, Patty, you're putting the natural resources to use. 7. Crime reduction. Implemented community policing and other measures to reduce crime rates. 8. Cultural preservation. Supported cultural festivals and initiatives to preserve Tobago's rich heritage. 9. Public transportation. Improve public transportation system, making travel more efficient and accessible. And 10. Tommy, I don't want to get you 5, you know. I make it 10.
You're missing out one. I'll get you that one after you're done.
You get you the whole 10. You might get you the whole 10. You don't mess up.
Get you 10 and I'll put one more to make it 11.
You want to get your next one, Tommy?
Yeah.
Tommy, you think she got on the 11?
She want achievement. She gonna get it.
She had to take it. All right. I gain she 10, Tommy. I gain 10. Digital transformation. Promoted digital literacy and expanded internet access across the island. Patty, you ask for it, you get it.
And I'm gonna put this one more on top of it.
Get you another one.
Establish a Tobago carnival that is exclusive of Trinidad's carnival.
Tommy, she can't take it. She can't take it. She said she can't take it. Oh God! Tommy, she said 10 is enough.
No, she greedy. She had to get one more.
Well, yes, I ain't sweat so in a long time. I ain't lying. Yeah. Patty.
Tobago Carnival exclusively is every October.
Every October. Here we go. What if we get see 11, boy?
Well, she's going to get 12 now.
Get she 12. And next one, go kill Patty tonight. Go kill she. Go ahead.
Well,
come on.
Yeah. I want to see 13.
Oh God!
He's the first one raised. Come as you are.
Yes. Yes.
Short pants.
Yeah. Oh God!
13 Wall Street.
Yeah.
13. He's the first one to raise CPEP and URP. Pay.
Oh God! No,
in
no, no,
Tobago,
no.
and then the government in Trinidad follow. You see that they following him?
Oh,
The
God.
one going to come as you are in Trinidad.
Yeah.
The one going on the race for your RPP, transformational leader.
Yes, correct.
Even transforming Trinidad.
Yeah.
Even transforming Trinidad. Enjoy that worship.
Yeah, man. Oh, God. Tommy.
Thank you for defending.
Tommy, that is you caused that, you know.
Hey, she asked when she have a Toyota.
Oh, God. Tommy, she get 13, boy.
Remember the commercial you asked when you got a Toyota?
Say that again?
Remember the commercial you asked for it, you got a Toyota.
Yeah. I remember that. Yeah. KFC, she can't take no more. No more. Yeah, no more. She can't take no more. Look. Huh?
Tobago business.
Die 14. Oh, God. Oh, God. Only leave party alone. She can't take no more. So she says she had enough.
I'm still waiting for her response.
Yeah, she Tommy, that is your fault, you know. I was only going to get she 5. You decide to double it to 10 and then move a defender. No, you add on the next one to make it 11. And then move a defender come with 2 more to make it 13. All you go kill poor party. Party, don't blame me, eh? Don't blame me. You ask your question, you get your answers. Yeah.
Party gets what party wants.
Oh, God. Tommy. Oh, God. Oh, yes. I feel sorry. Oh, God, please. No, Mr. Florida. She can't take no more. No more.
I'm going to give you one more.
God, she had enough. Oh, go kill she.
No. She conflict, she had to give. The Fali honor Calypso Rose.
Oh, God!
This is the guy. This is the guy. There's only boy in this guy.
Oh, but
Patricia do ball.
She only gain boy. Is boy she gain? It's only boy. Oh, God! You know, tonight party only gain boy. It's boy. Hey, let me look for that song. Let me look for that song, Tommy. Tommy, who sing that again? Where's he for us sing that? What's his name again? Oh, God, Mr. Shaq.
Yeah,
Mr. Shaq. Here we go, boy. Here we go. Let me see if we find that song there for party. Hold on, eh? We getting it for party. Oh, God. All ain't easy, you know. All ain't easy at all, but all ain't easy. I sorry for party tonight. It's only boy she getting tonight. Boy. Hold on, all you. Hold on. There we go. Party, this song is for you. This is for you, Party. You're getting your own song tonight, girl. Your own song. You're big in the dance, girl.
Try your walk, I saw poor man. Well, this poor man a friend on demon. I come to sing in rebellion. Me a friend on demon. As a young culture lover, I get in Kaiso thing and quickly discover this thing just like a stick fight bring. And in the Kaiso Gael, you must be fearless and forward. Call you could get real boss head if you're careless or coward. Lord, so with me Kaiso as me boy, I step in the arena and start to deliver links left, right, and center. Without fear, without favor, I never thought or waver. Tread young Kaiso warrior from where don't see barrier. But let them know this year more dread when I done in the Gael who were badly wounded, good dead. It's war. In the morning I'm pelting, in the evening I'm flinging. I got done them with war. So tell this ruling partnership in this This guy elder gets no mercy. Not the COP, not the UNC, neither NJAC or TOP. But if you line up the first letters, read between the lines carefully. Not spelling C-U-N. But wait, T and T you see, they need some. So when I see them, I help you. When I meet them, I go down them with kind and tell the leader, Mrs. Clueless,
It's only boy. Tommy boy.
It's the Gael, you know, when you come in the Gael that way again.
Yeah, when you come in the Gael, boy, you have to be ready when you come in the Gael party. Don't come with no little flip-flop thing, you know. Don't come with no little thing, no little poir thing. You have to come big in the poir. Yeah? All your real go after party day, boy. I ain't gonna lie. So, folks, put your closing comments in the chat. Put your closing comments in the chat. Send your closing voice notes to 973-868-1444. 973-868-1444. Let me get this voice note here. Oh, God. This fella sent a voice note here. Let me play this voice note. Hold on, eh?
Hi, and how do you do?
Yeah, KFC. KFC.
Yeah, they never saw what shit.
Yeah. Yeah, in here.
Closing comment. All locked in. She was on locked on listening and party. She's a respectable PNM.
Yeah, she's a respectable PNM.
That's not disrespectful PNM. You just want to PNM, you can't dialogue with them. But it's get disrespectful a long time, man.
Nah, but she good. She's a good one.
Yeah, she's a respectable PNM.
Yeah, she's a good one.
When she PNM, so they're doing nonsense. She said, rock with the PNM.
Yeah.
She not respectful in the program. Whenever you sit down forward, I don't put it on.
Yeah, man.
Bless.
Yeah. Even though we get she boy Tommy, she's a respectful one.
You see what she's saying? She pushing back.
Yeah. She pushing back. But you read it from the party listed manifesto, not confirm achievement. Oh, God. Yeah. Them just come with real excuses. Oh, God.
The important part of this whole equation is that Tobago people knows what we're talking about.
Yeah, I mean, these are all facts. And we only was going to see 10, but we end up at 13. What is 13 in play with?
No, we made it 14 with Calypso Rose.
Oh, 14. What is 14 in play with? What is 14?
I'm not sure. I'm not
14 in play with? I don't know. I never played that. What is 14? All right, let me listen to this guy.
To the listeners and the hearers. Some people might realize that I don't ever say hello. Because there are very few people who don't know where hell is. I prefer to tell people heaven high, because that's a good place to go. In fact, that's the best place to go. Yeah? Even though
come back.
Studies and I will for us the kind of place that hell is. Yeah? And why nobody should ask or send anybody there. I got a little time out because I'm on duty. I had a jump in. Yeah. Because that editorial has some very familiar words in it and phrases. Yeah? Demonize. Yeah. Disrespect. That there. I mean, my Chumacan friend, I am sure he listened to the videos and then that I sent him, and they have no kind of disrespect and thing in them. You understand? Of people talking. Yeah? But he feel comfortable to splash the mud. So when others look and they say, nah, I can't go by here. I don't want here around me because it's too dirty. It's too dirty. It's too muddy. Yeah, he got dirty me. Yeah. But you have to be careful in life. Because reading the story about Haman and things, the man built a gallows. Built a gallows for an ex-man who he didn't like. You know, his neck and the chair neck end up popping in that gallows. And that is where we get the saying from. Be careful with the pit you're digging, you know, because yeah, what? You might fall in it. Yeah, boy, you might fall in it. So nothing wrong with having a different of opinion. Nothing wrong with disagreeing with somebody. I support the PNM, the good policies that they have and the programs that they come up with that is a great help to Trinidad and Tobago. But it has some dotishness that sometimes, you understand, they promote and they do that I don't endorse at all. I don't, because it don't make sense. And if it don't make sense, it can't make dollars. You understand? Look at man, they agree with me. You understand? Yeah. So we have to be listening to our radio, television, computer. And we're hearing that, how we go? Fish that's rotten from the head. Okay, so if fish that's rotten from the head and the head talking about you must love your party first or most or more than your country. Oh God, but your country is over how much million people, boy? How much in your party? How much in your party? All right, well, it's not a numbers thing. Okay. A man say, and this one shook the socks off on my foot, but maybe I shouldn't be shocked because that's how it is with those who belong to the go along, come along. He said, UNC is irrelevant. I was like, what? What? He said, now, but I didn't listen to that again, man. The man said, UNC is irrelevant. When days ago, I had to be listening to him promoting UNC. PMM XYZ, dirty, nasty, bad, ugly. Yeah, and UNC is the way. And then to hear that. But then again, a liar don't have a good enough memory to be successful at it. We're fighting to live. And yeah, we're hearing that. It sounds good, eh? It sounds good. So I'm telling you, that people, that places, you know, you should try and avoid. I wouldn't describe myself as trying to live, but I bloody living because I have Christ in me, the hope of glory. So me are fighting to live. I will try to use wisdom where I go, when I go, how I go, etc., etc., etc. But a man who up there and promoting that and saying, well, you can't run properly, you can't think, they're rubbing you down, the thing. And his voice, I don't think it was AI. Eh? I didn't fact check it. I don't think it was AI. Saying, boy, he frightened to go outside. He and his wife, because if they run a light, they could end up getting posted back to Trinidad under this man. And you want to tell me about in Trinidad, people frightened to live. Where you living? You sure you ain't living up Chumaka? And people feel you up in New Jersey? Our friends up there, you know, our rare brethren and thing up there. Anyhow. But I will stop there for now because I run down to Caesar what is for Caesar and unto God what is for God. I'm going to go back and finish up my work and go and get back and get good night sleep. Good night, everybody. I may jump back in depending on how things go. Yeah? Thanks for the opportunity, though.
A big one. Oh, yeah, that's the go. So that is a gun. Listen to me. Hear me now. I'm frightened to live. Who are you? I'm frightened to live. Now, all the thing. I'm frightened to live. Sing. I'm frightened to live. I'm frightened to live. I'm frightened to live. One more time. I'm frightened to live. Sing. I'm frightened to live. I build me a coffin. I make it my home. Because that is my only choice. This kind of life, I leave it alone. Because when I look around and I see man raping their own daughters mercilessly, man living with man, woman with woman. So how must I live? I can't understand. Look, I'm frightened to live. Where you? I'm frightened to live. I'm frightened to live. Sing. I'm frightened to live. Yeah.
And of course, folks, we're going to go for a quick break. And when we come back, we're going to wrap up. I'm frightened to live. I'm frightened to live. Oh, God. We'll be right back. stickers there. It's in the village with Uncle Tommy.
No fear, no fear, no fear.
No fear, no fear. We'll be right back.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
Tommy, if you take us survey, we are back with you. It's in the village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, and you on WZYE 95.9. If you take us survey, Tommy, and ask many people in Trinidad if they're frightened to live, don't go by PNM people. Eh? you can't ask them that. You can't ask Patty and God, Maloney and PNM, Fox and them fellas and them that. You understand? In spite of all the things going on in Trinidad. Right? Them ain't frightened to live. But folks, let me give my closing quote. Tommy, you go first. Go ahead, Tommy.
This first one is from Robert Ball. And this is concerning your siblings. The advantage of growing up with siblings is that you become very good at fractions. Like I always say, you, the man in the mirror, you have to become that change you want to see. However, if you look in that mirror and you don't like what you see, do not blame the mirror. Never look down on a person unless you're giving them a hand up. And remember to be safe out there. Don't be fearful. Just be safe. Love you all. See you on Thursday, God willing. Till then, good night.
Thank you, Tommy.
You're
My
welcome.
closing quote is, God makes a way when there is no way. God makes a way when there is no way. From where I sit, this is it. The clock on the wall said that's all I like to say, but I've got to go. Remember, hard work beats talent when talent does not work hard. And for every 60 seconds of anger, you lose 1 minute of happiness. Remember, your circumstances may determine who you are, but you are responsible for who you become. Let me play some voice notes here, Tommy, with their closing comments. KFC. There it is.
Good night, Mr. Washi. Good night, Uncle Tommy. We'll have a blessed night until Thursday we meet again. Gordon Joseph coming in late, boy. Christmas coming, he looking for the dollar. Good night, Mr. Gordon Joseph. Everything all right with you? Keep up the fight. Somebody vex with you, you support your PNM, man. You're a PNM, man. We vex with you. You like all the country going on like the PNM. We frightened to live. You ain't frightened at all. You got to go. Good night, Mr. Wash. Good night, Uncle Tommy. Gordon Joseph ain't frightened to live. He believe in God, you know. He believe in the PNM. So what going on in the country? He not frightened. PNM happen, man. PNM bless him and people and PNM cover him. He going on with the PNM, he not frightened to live at all. But I frightened to live. Under this evil, wicked, atlas PNM and the wickedness going on in this country. Uncle Tommy, Mr. Wash, you have a blessed night until Tuesday meet again. Tommy, I see worship with the camera in there, but your sleep plan them there, boy. What you do is trouble.
Oh, God.
That I wasn't sleeping, I was resting my eyes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh. Tell us. Uh-huh. And then Trump in the office there for me. He frightened. He real frightened. The man frightened. He frightened. I'm telling you. I love life. I love life. All right, folks, have a good night. Don't forget to, all right, praying sometimes is hard. Talk to God. Talk to God. No matter what your situation is, no matter who you like or who you don't like, no matter what you like or you don't like, what you like change, what you want to see different. If you want to see even the government move, whatever you want, talk to God about it. All right? All the blessed. Good night.
Tommy, this is why I call you for God. Last voice note.
Yeah. Good night, Mr. Hanson. Good night, Mr. Tommy. Good night, everybody in chat, everybody in the live. Everybody be safe. Blessings to all other family. And you guys be safe. Miss Ansel, my closing comment is sometimes people don't want to hear the truth because they don't want the illusion destroyed. Have a good night.
Yeah, man. Bless Tommy. We out of here, folks. See you on Thursday.
Yes.
Yeah? And we're going to go out with our song. Should we make that our anthem song, Tommy? Or what?
Appreciation.
You want that one or you want that Frightened to Live? You tell me.
Either that or we. Either appreciation or we.
Which one? We?
Crazy or either Johnny King.
All right. Go out with Crazy. Let me go out with Crazy. Go out to that one. Folks, good night. We out of here.
Hey, hey, oi, oi. Hey, hey, oi, oi. In Trinidad and Tobago, politics was we and them. That was never meant to be so, according to the anthem. But ethnic insecurity was maintained to divide us by some people in the country to sow the seeds of distrust. But we have fought a new system within the community. Now what used to be we and them has now become only we. From now on this nation is we. From now on it is you and I. From now on it is unity. From now on we flying high. All the races have come together to build a better country and create a brighter future for the whole society. The we and them thing is no more, because it is plain to see in this country from shore to shore the community is we. No more we and them, from now on this nation is we. No more we and them, from now on this nation is we and we and we and we.